welcome to Of Dice and Men. How are you doing today, Mr. Mouton?
I'm doing well. I'm sick.
But which one is it? Is it well or sick?
Both.
I
I'm way
mean-
better than last time.
You can't. Aren't those pretty contradictory? Man?
Yeah, they
You
are
can't- you
actually
can't really do
super
both. They're
contradictory.
literally like. the
I'm not doing
definition
very
of
well,
being
Koibu.
is
I'm
not
pretty
sick.
sick right now, but
Thank you.
here I
Okay.
am, showing up.
Like a real trooper.
Does it feel good to be honest?
Yes, I'm honest.
Okay.
What's up with you, Katerino?
Honestly, I'm doing great, Koibu. Woo! I'm excited to keep living in this D&D campaign.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Curse free. Woohoo!
It's the way you want to be.
Mhm.
What about you, Miss Pichu?
You know, just appreciating our alive D&D characters, Neil.
Life is wonderful. We should appreciate it more, you know?
Life
Not
is
take it for granted.
Fragile. Very, very, very fragile.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Do you
Drew.
appreciate the fragility of life, Destiny?
Wait, what the fuck? Why are you talking to me?
I'm moving on to the next person to see
Oh,
what people
well,
want to do.
considering my character's
Yeah.
max HP at level 5 is 23, I would say I do appreciate the fragility of life.
Need a glass cannon.
Being
Glass
probably the
cannon.
most fragile person on this team, yeah.
Yeah, your ego is
Especially
pretty fragile.
emotionally. You know, Nevitz is a very emotionally sensitive character. We all appreciate him a lot for what he does. Mhm.
Cool. Well,
I got new
last
glasses.
time... Oh, you did? Are they better?
Yeah, they're stronger.
Are you not worried about the glare reflecting off of your lenses and being able to see the monitor in the reflection?
No, I'm good. You know what? Because I'm not worried about leaking things. I don't have things to leak.
She's not a coomer.
I'm not a coomer, Steven.
Well, where last we left our party, Goblin Dave, to separate him from the other Daves, was about to open a treasure chest.
Yeah, can I move where my character would be?
Yeah, please position yourselves where you think you ought to be.
Yeah, ought to be here.
What are we doing right now? Oh,
Open the treasure
right.
chest. Or you could leave it and just go away. That's also an option.
Well,
Oh, we're opening it. We're opening.
we will open this treasure chest, Koibu.
Wait,
I'm-
Koibu.
oh.
Wait, you
Nah,
goddamn.
you know what? Daff wouldn't be that spooked. Daff would definitely stay right here like a fucking idiot.
We're in a good spot, I think.
Okay.
Go, Dave. Open.
Open it.
Open it.
Poke him in. I'm gonna poke him in the back with
These
my
are your
staff.
positions. Nevitz, you're standing way back away from the chest.
I am standing way back away from the chest. That's correct, Koibu.
Okay, cool. Goblin Dave reaches for the box, grabs the lid, and begins to raise it open. Those of you adjacent to Goblin Dave, Lenny and Toki,
Toki.
you can see the glint of silver sparkling inside the chest. And you can hear Goblin Dave, under his breath, go,
I'm gonna
as
yank
this
on. Oh.
box is just filled with silver coins. You notice there's a carving on the inside of it, like a little brim or like a little ridge that goes around, partway down the box, that the coins are filled to that line. Goblin Dave sort of stops as the box is open and just stares at it. A little bit of drool begins to run down his face. And then he throws a look over his shoulder to Toki.
It's just money.
Huge amounts of money.
I will motion for him to
Thousands.
Pick a
upon
coin up.
thousands.
Yeah. Touch the coin. Touch the coin.
I'll
Pick
like
up a coin.
motion like him to go like this.
I'm gonna jab his back with my staff. Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, get him.
Reaches in and appears to pull out a coin and holds it up with one hand while he's still holding the lid of the box with the other.
Nevitz! Beach Goblin Dave, open box for us. What should we do with him?
I mean, what do we do with goblins, Lenny?
Slay and eat.
As I saw in the anime ones, there are no good goblins.
Which anime was that, Lily?
Goblin Slayer.
Wow, what did they do in that one?
Wait, yeah, what'd they do in that one?
Yeah,
Lily?
tell us about goblins.
Yeah, wait, why were they so bad at
What
that,
do you
Lily?
think of goblins?
Yeah, what did the goblins
Oh,
do to the people?
You know, just standard goblin shit.
Standard
Impregnate them
goblin.
and enslave them.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, standard.
Lenny
You know, the
will.
goblin way.
kind of, because Lenny had the goblin on a rope or whatever, so he's gonna like reel it in, and then slit his throat for XP and goodness.
You can kill him. You won't get any XP for it because he's not posing a threat to you. He's not a danger to you at this moment in time.
Well, we already got XP then for restraining him, of course, by making him no
Correct.
longer.
You would have already
Okay.
gotten experience for free.
Well, I will murder hobo him, Koibu.
Okay.
On the record.
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do with him?
How much?
Fuck
How
off.
much silver is in here, Koibs?
You murder the shit out of Goblin Dave. He is gone.
Yeah, fuck off.
Not a
dude.
not a good
Dave.
not a good campaign for Dave's.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, if any characters are introduced named Dave, we already know they're gonna fucking die. Don't ever show us a character named Dave, okay, Koibu?
Okay.
Please.
This box has many thousands of silver coins.
How
Was it
many? Because I can
10?
carry a lot of silver.
Was it 10 silver is 1 gold?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's count.
How many
Can we
thousands?
count them?
Well,
I
you'll
will
have
try to
pull
heave the
out of
box.
the hole to do it.
Yeah.
I will
me
heave
and
the box out.
Lenny can do it. Or
Okay.
Lenny can do it.
It's
Yeah.
heavy. You're gonna need help, Lenny. That's how heavy this box is.
Oh, help,
weighs
my
like
good friend Lenny.
300 pounds.
Well,
I would
Lenny,
like-
a big strong guy like you
Yeah.
could use some help for a big strong box like this.
Yes.
Let's all help.
Am I able to help him? Do I have enough strength? It's really low. Okay.
We have negative.
I'm sure between the 4 of you, you can work the box out of the hole. It's not a problem.
Okay. Oh my God! There's 2
Yeah.
chests. Does that mean we
Yeah, you
duplicate
pull
all?
it out, and there's another one underneath it.
Wait, really? Oh, I thought that was just a
Yeah.
glitch.
Oh,
Ooh,
Fuck.
wee.
why did we kill?
Why did we
fucking
kill
Dave?
Dave?
Alright, the first one wasn't dangerous, so I'll open the second.
All right, go ahead, Toki.
You're gonna have to hop down into the pit now to open the second one.
I'm gonna back
Toki.
up while she does that.
Maybe
Why don't
maybe
we
fuckers.
hold her
Toki.
down?
maybe we can heave it out, you and I.
Yes, let's take it out first.
That's a better idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 of you struggle to pull it out. It'll take some time, and in the process, Toki, who is probably down in the hole, awkwardly moving the box, notices that to the left and to the right of this box, still buried in the ground where you haven't dug yet, are 2 more boxes.
We're fucking
Oh.
rich, boys.
Oh my God, no! This is good. Let's
Okay, while
pull
this
out
is
all the
going on,
boxes.
Koibu, can I crawl to the top of this and just play lookout? I am a very
Uh-huh.
observant person. I have feats, if you want me to click to prove that I can spot hidden creatures as well.
We know you're observant.
Click all the
okay?
buttons, please.
We know.
Click all the buttons. Okay.
All
well,
the buttons, yeah.
I got this guy. Quick to notice details of your
Uh-huh.
environment. You gain the following benefits. Plus 5 bonus to your passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes you like a 20
Oh,
naturally.
sorry. I also have an eye for detail, meaning I can make perception checks to spot a hidden creature constantly. I could be running these every 6 seconds because that's how
Mhm.
long a combat round is, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So I would just
So
like
you-
to be I would just like to be looking at. What I'm especially worried about are returning goblins, or somebody coming back to the village. Even though I know we killed a lot, I'm just curious if others might be on their way back.
It's a reasonable expectation. It's unlikely that 100% of goblins were present at the time you guys arrived.
Mhm.
So you begin to expand the hole in order to get to the other boxes. 'cause
Whoa,
there's-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now you've been able. No.
No, we would like to
One
get
hole?
the immediate box.
Okay.
We might leave those other 2 buried.
All right.
For
so
now.
you pull 2 out. You can
For
see
now.
2 more still buried.
Wait. Can I open the one we just pulled out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
It too is filled to the brim with silver.
We're
Well, not to the
fucking
brim, but to the
rich.
line. Yeah.
Can we
Oh,
pull
fuck.
the other ones?
Toki, I don't think we can carry 4 boxes back. Maybe
cute.
2 would be manageable, and then we could always come back for more.
Aren't you curious what's in it?
Oh, you want me to pull them out, Toki, and check?
Let's do it, Lenny.
Lenny is too curious and will
I'm very curious.
pull them out and check
Mm.
them.
It'll take a while to dig these ones out because they're still buried in the ground.
It's fine.
But you can do so, expanding the hole to give enough room. You pull the one, or you dig the hole big enough to pull the one on the left out first, and as you
Big
do so, you see another chest buried next to it.
Oh my God, this feels
This
like
is too good
either,
to be
like,
true.
this is too good to be true, guys.
That was
You
good.
have
The mimic
3
waiting.
chests filled
Well,
with
it's-
silver, and there's at least 2 more buried in the ground. still.
Honestly, this is probably just the goblin's like stash, right?
No, this was Zaz
Oh, no,
specifically notated and buried here.
Oh.
right.
Nevitz, do we keep pulling them out or do we leave them?
Lenny, keep pulling them out. Pull at every chest. Make sure they're all full
I
of
will
silver.
pull out.
Nevitz or Lenny keeps
glad he's
pulling
learning
out.
early.
You're gonna keep pulling them out.
Yes, we're gonna pull out every single chest you have, Koibu, nonstop.
no,
There could be
wait.
100 of them.
Well, no, if there are
Yeah.
100, we'll stop. No.
Okay, we'll pull out 2 more.
All right.
Wait, how
can-
many more chests are there?
You see 2 more. You pull out 2 more, and there's still 1 more in the ground. It's maybe taking like an hour by now to dig out all these chests.
Get it! Get
Nevitz,
it,
there's
get
one
it.
more.
Pull it out,
Please.
Lenny.
I pull it out.
All right, you pull that one out, which reveals 1 more behind it for a total of 7 chests.
Nevitz, there's
Holy
one more
Shit,
last
we need
one.
to pull it out. Come on.
Now this is a fucking stash, dude.
There can't
this
be any
one
more,
at the
Nevitz.
bottom is only half full, though.
Okay, pull it out, Lenny.
We pull it out. There's
Yeah.
4 more.
There are 7 chests.
Okay.
6 of them are filled. The 7th one is not entirely full. And they seem to be stacked like 2, 2, 2, and then 1 extra on the side.
Can Nevitz and I have been counting all of these thoroughly?
I'm not counting. I am explicitly up on the top of this ledge playing
All right,
lookout.
I'll count.
Counting
Come on.
is going to be a long project. You might be better off just trying to weigh them.
Okay.
Or you can count them, whichever you want. It's just, if you're going to count them, it's going to take a few hours.
How
We
do
should
I
just try to
weigh
weigh.
them?
Like, I try to pick it up.
Let's like,
Um,
roughly estimate it. Like, we could roughly estimate, right?
Yeah, it probably weighs like a little over 300 pounds each one.
Each.
Holy shit.
This is far too much money for you
No.
guys to carry. And
Hold on.
I know the tokens show gold, but these
We'll
are all
figure it
silver.
out.
Silver all the way through.
Bet.
Excuse me, what's the fattest fucking thing you can turn into, Lily?
Wait,
Mm,
if we get XP
Big
and I level
octopus.
up, I will be able to carry some motherfucking shit.
We're
You're
gonna have to take a
not gonna
long
be
rest
able
here.
Not all of this, Koibu, but maybe 2 at a time. With
I
feet
think
of the
that
bear.
you can literally only carry 2, like 1 chest in your arms.
Oh, I was gonna drag him.
I'm just
You know.
gonna drag them for miles and miles.
That's what Lenny does. He's a
You're not worried
dragger.
about it maybe
A
hitting a rock and
dragger.
breaking open the chest and spilling silver everywhere.
You
We
think
got
Lenny
6
thinks
more,
about
Koibu.
Okay.
Well, wait a sec. Lily, what can you transform into that can carry the most?
think of a giant animal.
Bear.
Can you,
Bear.
can
Yeah,
you
what?
transform into like an elephant?
Have I ever
Do
seen an
something
elephant though?
seen.
I'm
She hasn't
sure
seen an
Toki-
elephant. A gorilla would probably be the right thing to do because it's got dexterous hands and is super fucking strong. But you guys never went to go see the gorilla when you had an opportunity.
God damn it.
Well, we tried our hardest, Koibu. Doesn't that
You
count? for
didn't
something?
even try. You didn't even lift a finger to go see the gorilla.
We kind of went towards that
No.
direction.
No. You didn't even make it to Pernissus. You talked about it for 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Well,
All right,
Gas
guys, what's the
Sewer
plan?
logic.
Toki or Daft, do you guys have any tools that could help us move this silver? Or
Okay,
maybe we should-
realistically, we're not going to be able to bring back all of this. There's
Well,
no way.
Not in one trip, no. Maybe we go back and get a
a mule
a
or
wagon.
something. Yeah.
Oh, a donkey, yes.
Then what?
even our rightfully earned gold. Is this something that we should be doing?
What?
And then we bring it back to town.
Daft,
Give
if we
one-
inherit all of Zaz's debts, we might as well inherit her assets as well, right? Zaz
Not-
owed a balance.
There's always something watching, Nevitz. They're always watching.
Who is they?
Who are they?
Daft glances nervously towards the sky.
Are you talking about the dwarves?
Daft, listen, okay? If judgment of the gods is to come upon us, I think we're already pretty unfavorable in their eyes. Might as well keep riding this line or whatever, right? Okay, where is the nearest town from here?
Or even not town, maybe even like small village.
Yeah.
One that's not marked, Koibu. For
Right.
Yeah, can you tell
So
us
you
where all
guys
the
have-
unmarked stuff?
well, there are
You guys
unmarked
over
villages
here in the
everywhere.
Cindy River, yeah.
Okay.
This area over here, the Destros Plain,
Oh,
will
God.
have villages sort of scattered all throughout it. Some will be on the coast, some will be inland. You don't know of the closest one, but I'm sure if you hiked for a couple of days through here, you would find it.
Did we see one maybe on the way from Bontheris? Because I think we came down from Bontheris to here.
No, actually, this stretch of coastline and
Just
this
woods.
stretch of forest is wild goblin lands that no one lives in.
There's no pack animal? Wait, we've seen like donkeys and shit, right?
Sure, she could be a donkey, but how do you put a treasure chest on a donkey? It might have the strength to carry it, but the mechanics of carrying...
I could lawyer.
Yeah,
he would
hold
need,
on.
the donkey
Show
would
us-
need saddlebags. or
show
something.
us the camp again, Koibu. Show us the
We
camp
should do a
again.
long rest.
Wait, what about like an ox or some like beast of burden like that, like a bull or something? I don't know. Bulls can carry shit.
She won't be no beast of burden, Steven. Like the song. Yeah.
Wait, show
Um,
okay. What if we take like the leather of the tents, okay, and then we wrap it around the back, and then we put a chest like on each side, like wrapped in the leather, and then walk the donkey or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say. And Lenny could probably drag 2. Or carry 2, pending.
Could Nevitz or Daff carry anything or drag
No.
anything?
Not anything sufficient. We could like.
Well, we
fill
could
our back-
probably. The 2 of us could probably drag one, right?
My strength
that-
is 6.
Alright.
All right, let's discuss the mule first.
Okay.
Koibu's thinking. Look at him.
I'm trying to decide how much to help you out and how much to let you guys flounder here.
You know
Okay,
what? haven't
we
seen each
could
other
make
in
a
while.
we
Give us
can make a cart,
refresher.
Steven. We can make a cart, couldn't we? There's a lot of wood.
Okay, who's backed into engineering here? Did anybody?
Lenny knows a thing or two about wheels.
Does he, though?
Well,
Okay, if cavemen made wheels out of rocks, then certainly we're past that age.
true.
I see
the first
rocks
wheels
here.
were actually clay spinning wheels, not wheels for wagons. So the first rock wheels were used to spin pottery.
I have
Lenny's gonna
melons.
look around. Does he see a wagon?
No.
I have melons, and we have a disguise kit. Could be useful.
Okay, don't let us flounder, Koibu. Help us out here.
Yeah, so this is a lot of weight here. If each of these is maybe a little over 300 pounds, and there's 6, and we'll call it a half of them, that's like 2,000 pounds that you guys would have to haul. And there's no reliable way to do that with the equipment you have here. If you were to use leather to try and support those, yeah, like a chest on either side of a donkey, that leather has to support like 650 pounds or something on either side across the ridge of the donkey's back. And even if the donkey can bear it, the leather is going to have a pretty decent chance, probably a higher probability than you would want, of breaking. And then if the chests fall with that much weight in them, they could break and you could just spill coins everywhere. You guys are definitely not in a position to haul any more than maybe one of these back.
We're in a position. Lenny looks to Nevitz. Nevitz, have you ever heard of a sled?
Is this a mountainous region, Koibu?
By God, what a brilliant idea, Nevitz. We put
Lenny, I
wood.
think we're gonna have to get a not a courier, but somebody who like transports stuff around.
We
Courier.
should hire someone.
Did
No.
we already...
Well,
Could
where would you
Toki
take
carry
it?
one of these by herself? Or like at
Bonthera,
least
sir.
hold one?
Pernissus, right? Can't we?
Whichever
Let's
one.
pretend that you could carry all of this money back to somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
Where
more
would we
money than
put
you
it?
can casually carry around with you day to day. So what would you do with it?
We would
Put it
transport
back
it.
in our
Pernissus would be the
house, right?
best.
We would transport it to Pernissus. We would get it converted to either gold or platinum or gems, and then we would
To
probably
invest?
take it back to our office in the west of the world in whatever it was called.
I
Yeah,
don't
could
think we.
Considering the volume of cash here, there's no way you're going to find enough gold or platinum to be able to translate all
Wait,
of
can you
this.
give me roughly like
Could we
how much is
invest
this?
Roughly.
Roughly.
So let's say
Rough-
300
Oh my God.
pounds. How much is it? So,
Koibu, we talked about this. I asked you this 2 weeks ago. Remember
About
how I
investing,
said,
yes.
yeah, we should be able to buy up real estate in Cronwick and start running.
we could do that here. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Wait, I'm
Hey,
just curious,
can
like
we
roughly
invest?
about how much is this in gold?
So 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, about 2,000 pounds of silver. I don't know how much a pound of silver is in
50
money.
coins. So you're dealing with 100,000 silver, 120,000 silver, something in that ballpark.
It's like
Which
Like a
is-
million copper. Like a million two, something.
so like
somewhere.
10,000 gold.
Yeah.
Dave didn't have to die.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he did.
We should have done this one first.
This is an
Okay.
enormous amount of wealth that is
Oh my-
extremely difficult to transport.
We
Nevitz,
didn't have to kill Dave.
What's
I
the
have an
plan?
idea.
What's the idea, Lenny?
We bring one box back. We bury all of these again, making sure very hidden. Maybe even leaving 2 here, maybe me and Toki. You guys go and get a cart, the finest cart you can get with oxen or mules. And you come back, we transport it, and we buy Pernissus.
We can't buy all of Pernissus fit. I agree that step 1 should be transporting this to... Pernissus is like a major city, right? Like about as big as Bontheros? We'd...
Yeah, it's a large town.
Okay. I do agree that we need to go get somebody to transport this, though. I think 3 of us should stay here and watch, and then 1 of us should probably go and get somebody to come and transport it.
Maybe we send Toki back then, because she can transform into animals and run quick.
I could. How long would it take?
Is there like a road to this place? I'm sorry, could you show us the map again?
Yeah, this is out in the middle of the wilderness.
No
No
Missy
road
Rivers.
that goes here.
Cindy.
The terrain is rugged. It seems like this spot was picked as a no one will ever find this place and it's too difficult to get to sort of spot.
And this is a big cliff, mountain cliff, yeah?
Some of that area is going to be beachy, some of it's going to be cliffy. And it's
So
not gonna
in
be a tall
theory,
road.
How did
could we
she
get a
know?
boat to go up the river or no?
If you have like a rowboat or some sort of flat-bottomed river boat, you could maybe get a boat up the river.
How much can a
I mean-
river boat? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kate.
Well, this is definitely enough money to like hire people to do this for us. You know,
Yeah,
like
I'm thinking we should
definitely
literally
hire-
drop like 100 gold on an expedition to bring like armed people out
Yeah.
here to transport this for us.
I think so, because we
Yeah.
have so much. He said like 10k gold, right?
Yeah, but
At least 100 gold, yeah.
no, what? 10,000 gold.
No, yeah, this is at least 10k gold in these
I,
chests.
Can we
I was talking
trust
about what
them?
you were saying to bring
Oh,
people.
yeah.
so-
Yeah,
Okay.
we can definitely spend like 100 to hire people to haul this out.
Yeah,
This
the
is
only thing you have to worry
definitely-
about, have you guys ever seen this indie show called Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when they brought all the
Fine.
guys out to dig up Walt's future or
Yes.
fortune, and then they just killed everybody and stole it all?
Well,
Maybe-
we'd have to do someone. Maybe we could. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Lily?
Or who knows about this?
Us.
Just us, right?
Oh, we
So-
probably should.
Okay,
tell
never
people.
mind. Okay, this is what we were made for this, okay? I'm gonna write a note or a message, or can I write something using my thieves' cant? Is it cant or cant? It's cant, right?
Can't.
Cant. Okay.
Thieves can't.
Sorry, I just see Katerino my thing in it. Okay. Could I write something, and then have Toki run it to Pernissus into a tavern to find like a shady character that might be connected with the family, and then we could employ them to come out and do it, to come out and transport
Mhm.
this?
Theoretically, yeah.
And then threaten them.
No, we don't need to stop. It's the family. They're not going to backstab people.
Yeah.
It would
Well-
fucking destroy their
you,
reputation.
you think the family wouldn't backstab anyone? What if we instead go to like? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Nevis.
We
The
have
family
to-
has a reputation as like well-known criminals. They shouldn't
Yeah.
backstab us over 10,000 gold. It would be catastrophic to them.
Nevitz,
Hmm.
can you in that letter include? It would probably be easiest if they sent river boats or something for us to do it. This is very rough terrain, as
Well-
the DM said.
I imagine, Lenny, that if we tell them we have a lot we need transported here, they'll probably know the best way to do it. So we'll just leave it to them. I mean,
Yes,
we're
tell them
paying
we're by the Cindy River. Yes.
Are you
Yeah,
sure we
but-
can trust them?
Yeah, I think so, Toki. We should be able
What
to.
if
right?
what if one of us stays with them, maybe in disguise almost, or like maybe you could track them, Nevitz,
Track them
I
for
think
what?
we're-
from behind, or
We would just-
like follow them from behind.
We would just go with them.
Oh
No.
yeah.
Well, no. We're going to. So I'm gonna give this to Toki. We'll write a letter, and they'll know that it's from somebody that could be trusted. We'll offer 100 gold. I think that's fair. That's a pretty high price. For them to come up and get the gold, and then we'll just go with them back with it. Nice and simple, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Toki. Okay. Can I do that?
You
Yeah.
sure we can trust them? Sure.
Okay.
I was just thinking, if we're the only people who know about this, Can't we anytime we need money, can't we just come back for
It's
it?
incredibly inconvenient to come back here. If it's overran with goblins again, then we'll lose it, and we don't know if other people might know where Zaz's stuff is buried. That's always a possibility as well.
We've
Hmm.
also messed with the soil.
Yeah, and it looks like
All right. Right. Get to writing, writer.
Okay, I'm gonna write my message
Yeah,
in.
writer.
Okay. You take your time to craft your message. The sun is going down by now. You've been here for a long time.
Can we put the boxes back into the hole?
Yeah, you can drop the boxes back into the hole carefully. Stack them nicely.
Cover
Would
it back
you
up.
Write me some text on what you want to
Yep.
say specifically.
Yeah, so that Koibu can fuck us later for whatever we say.
Thank you, Kate. You understand me on a deep and personal level. I appreciate that.
Excited to be rich in a campaign. It's gonna be good.
Wait, what's the rich destiny emote? You know the one where I think Dan is in money.
Shekels.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Slumlord.
No slumlord.
Yeah, it's Slumlord.
Do something
I
else.
don't know. Yeah, isn't
Right.
the family pretty sleazy, Steven?
No, what? It's
No.
organized crime. It's not like gangbangers. They have a reputation. If they have no reputation, they have nothing.
Vigilantes. Except not at all.
Their reputation.
Their reputation. They have a business and not fucking people who work for them.
I suppose.
Because we do shit for them. And I mean, they're gonna get paid off of this anyways, right? Now, they might try to fuck us off, but I don't think they will. Because we're just too
But if
good.
they do, it'll be fine.
If they do, we'll just kill all of them like we killed Zaz. It'll be no big deal. We're just gonna murder over our way through lives.
Wait, I have to get into character. Hold on. Nevitz, I think we all deserve a rest. I think especially Toki and I really, to fight at our best, could really use a week of resting, of downtime.
You don't do very much
Lennox
fighting.
looks up as he's scribbling his note. I think you need to give it a rest, Daff. I don't know what's gotten into you lately, but
It's for my spell slots, okay, Nevitz? My spell slots. I don't have any left. We've used all of them.
listen, Daff. As soon as we get back to Pernissus, we can sleep all you want, okay? You can buy yourself a horror, make yourself feel better, whatever you need to get yourself out of this goddamn mood. Now let me finish my note.
Death, this is 1,000,000 copper.
Very dejected, Daff goes and sits down somewhere else alone, off to the side. Aww.
I'll sit with Daff and put a comforting hand on his shoulder.
Daff moves away from her hand. Aw.
Alright, okay. Toki does that thing and just walks.
I give a look to Toki.
Daph's quite the whiny lady now, or, well, you know what I'm saying, Toki.
Let him be. He's probably going through some shit in his head.
That's what happens when you bald, I guess.
True, true. We should be sympathetic to him.
Yes, he's a very
Yeah.
lame duck.
Daff puts his head in his hands. Aw. Lenny's so mean, dude.
You couldn't hear Lenny, okay?
Only
He's
to
talking to
Daff.
only
He
Toki.
could.
Wow,
Right
I'm talking to
there,
Toki. You said you went and
Toki's
sat
sitting right
off.
next to me.
No, Toki
No,
said
I
that he
just-
left. I
Oh,
thought.
I walked off.
Oh, you walked off. Okay.
Yeah, and we're just kind of like shaking our head in pity at the sight of you, bald, no spell slots, sad,
Yeah.
Okay.
alone.
So I have a Thieves' Cant. It allows me to hide like hidden messages in normal text. So if the note gets lost, this is what the note would say, and then in the bracketed part, this would be understood to somebody reading it that that's like the coded message. Does that make sense?
5 head.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it out?
Sure, go for it.
Greetings, merchant. I have some heavy building material, bracket gold. I need transported from a rather precarious area. It would be best if you brought your strongest men to transport these stones, gold. I have them in packaged standard delivery barrels, treasure chests. The materials are located at the fork of the Snake's Tongue, the Sydney River. We'll be awaiting you with 4 workers, my party, armed, ready to assist with your transport of this back to Pernissus.
Perfect.
Wait, you have to offer them 100 gold right there on this?
Oh yeah, shoot.
Do more than 100. I don't think 100's enough. Do like 3.
Dude,
300?
not 3.
We have 10,000 gold. We
Do
might as well
200.
pay a really good price, I feel like. But yeah, Daph's the leader.
How much does Daff say? What should he
200.
offer for that?
200.
200 gold.
200 gold?
200 is like $2,000
That's a good amount. That's a
for 3 or 4 days of work. For I don't know how many people. Depends on the guards.
I mean, if they feel they need more, they can request more, right?
I feel like we shouldn't be greedy. I feel like the greedier we are, the worse people we get. So maybe like 2,000 gold on it, or not 2,000.
Okay.
Maybe like
Party has
1,000.
been pretty greedy thus
Toki.
far. But, I think we wouldn't be playing our characters
Toki.
if we weren't greedy.
What's that?
I wrote 200 copper. We can't put 200 gold because it's way too much. Like I'm just trying to imagine if the note gets lost. But 200 copper is probably too little, right? What would be like a standard transport fee that somebody would be expected to pay? Like 50
200.
gold, 40 gold. What do you think, Koibu? We would know
Maybe
those.
just put it in something else instead of like
actually,
copper
wait.
or
Let
money.
me ask Koibu. What would you pay to hire a cart to move between Pernissus and Bontheris, like a standard like traveler with one wagon with like light armor? Like
You
two
would
guards?
take a boat between Pernissus and Bontheris, but if you want to do Pernissus and Bondundasir or one of the other towns, you could do by road. To transport this amount of material, you would probably pay like, I don't know, a couple of gold per day of transport for this much stuff. Maybe just 1 to 2 gold per day.
Okay, so I'll have.
If you were to
20
find
gold.
like some peasant to transport stuff for you, you know, the more secure you want your transportation, the costs go up exponentially.
Okay, I'm gonna give this to I'll give this note to Toki then, and I'll tell her, Toki, when you hand them this note, make sure that they know at the bottom that 20 gold is actually 200 gold, okay?
Alright, so
That's a good amount, actually. Yeah.
I'm taking this note, I'm turning into a speedy animal, and I'm running to Pernissus.
Yeah, you
I'm
need to
going
find
to a
some way
tavern.
to get
I
in
need to
contact
contact the
Yeah.
family. How do
Have
I
we-
do that?
We've been to Pernissus, correct? And we've talked to the family, so she would have known where we went.
You can find a sketchy bar. You might have a little bit of trouble finding the right person whose hands to put this in. You know? But if you get it into the right person's hands, you should be fine.
Okay.
Does Nevitz remember a name of somebody in Pernissus? Do you have it on your sheet or no?
I remember Zaz. And I remember the girl that we...
We met like a rose girl.
Yeah.
Father something in somewhere.
I don't know if I would want to go through any of that. Well, father and mother are like the family.
Yeah.
Toki, what's the fastest animal you can turn into that I can ride?
Ooh.
Like a horse?
Would it be a horse?
Yeah.
Horse, probably.
Okay. I could just go with you because it'd be easiest for me to pick out.
You can just... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Scooby-Doo and the gang, we're
Are
split.
we splitting the party then?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Here we go.
Well, here. Okay, well, hold on. This is your guys' time to shine with your big brains. If there's some other way that she can reliably identify a family member and not give it to a random fuck that's gonna come and steal it all, then you guys can feel free to step up and volunteer a great idea right now. All right, looks like I'm going with Toki then.
How long does it take to travel there by horse?
If you really push it, you might be able to do it in a day. I'd make you guys make some Constitution saving throws.
Day?
One
Oh,
day.
wait,
if
how
you
long is it
really
transform-
push it as a horse.
Transformation only lasts an hour, doesn't it?
Something like that. I don't know the exact time, but it's on order
There goes
of
their
hours.
idea.
Well, you're just gonna let us run off and then... Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think maybe I should just take this note on my own then to Pernissus.
That might be for the best, yeah.
Here, Nevitz. And I hand him a potion of gaseous form and infravision.
Wait.
Do you need any of these?
For 2 hours, I think.
I already have
More
more
than
of those
handy.
potions. I'm fine.
You good? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good luck. I'll hold down the fort, Nevitz. The fighting fort. I would like to begin burying the whole Koibu and moving one of the goblin tents on top of it.
Sure, it's already sort of buried under that large rock, so you can just move a few supplies on top of the. Because you have to like dig down and then over to get to it. So you
Can I
cover the
move,
hole, put some stuff on it.
yeah,
It'll
and
be
then move
pushed
the
up
tent?
against the rock in an awkward way. A tent would look weird placed here, covering the hole, but you can do a decent job of it.
Would I be able to? It's just I'm paranoid. Okay. Would I be able to cut like a big thing in the bottom of the tent and then like kind of pick the tent up and like place it over the rock? So like we're complete. Like the rock is in the tent and so is the hole.
You would destroy the structural integrity of the tent by doing that.
Not
It would no
not
longer
just like the
support
bottom couldn't stand up.
So
I can't see the tent. I'm sorry.
yeah. Let me bring us back to that other page.
I'm not a tenter, you know.
Tenty.
Yeah, tenty.
Right. So this hole right here is
Yeah.
sort of underneath that rock.
Oh,
So
it's underneath the
right
rock?
up against. Yeah. It's under the rock, right? So you kind of dig down and slightly over to get to it.
Okay,
So
that's fine then.
Like, if you put the tent against the rock, the beam will hit the rock and give it a little bit of a gap. If you try and cut the beam back, the tent will fall apart. If you try and turn the tent and move it over here, you'll lose the integrity of those sides.
Makes
or
sense.
it'll be very obvious that the tent is like awkwardly strapped to this rock in a weird way that would attract more attention.
Okay, then I'll Hunger Games it, you know. If you've ever seen that, I'll put like some supplies on top of the rock and kind of just that's where I'm gonna camp out is on the rock.
I want to oversee it and make sure it looks well hidden.
That's
You know,
fair.
just-
Okay.
yeah.
Goodbye, Nevitz. Go.
Bye,
Okay,
Nuggets.
I would like to head east towards the coast, and then I'll make my way south from there.
Making my way down south.
You want to get out of the woods
Walking
first.
fast.
Yeah, and I've got the ring of water breathing, so I can just go into the ocean if somebody tries to kill me, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Because
have
if Zaz could
speed-
swim 50 miles back to shore, I should be able to. Sorry, I'm just
You
kidding.
can. You have movement speed 25 because you're a halfling, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you can probably do 10 miles downhill along the river in one day.
Nevitz.
I'm gonna
Before
go
he
to the
left.
bathroom really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Is it okay? Am I
Yeah, go.
allowed?
Yeah.
Before Nevitz left, I would like to speak with him real quick. In
Yeah.
front of the whole party, doesn't matter. Nevitz, maybe on the way you could be looking out for a village or something. Maybe you could buy a horse, and then that could help you move quicker.
I think I'd rather just
We're
move on
rich
my own
now.
at my own pace because I need to move stealthily. Because if I get caught, I'm probably gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Sure.
Be careful.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you're good to go then.
Okay.
Okay. Did you take the 2 potions with you?
I
Yeah,
already have. No, I've already got potions, so I did not. So you should put this in a character sheet.
I do.
Does
I have
cutting
a
action
fuck
allow me to run faster, like travel faster?
No.
Fuck.
No, we made
Just during combat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only take 1 dash action on your turn.
Okay.
Loser.
But I can use dash as a bonus action, right?
Instead of as an action, yes.
You can only dash one time. Can't do it
But
twice.
you can only dash 1 time, except for the spell Expeditious Retreat.
Okay. So if I move and then dash, I still have a bonus action, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. As I travel, I think I would like to travel as whatever I need to announce to make it as stealthy as possible, and then I would like to be constantly using my eye for detail to make sure I'm not going to run into any creatures that are like waiting to ambush me.
So you want to move at half speed then, if you want to
Yeah.
move as stealthy as possible.
Half speed, yep. Using these 2 guys, yeah.
Okay. So at half speed,
You're
Let's
going
see.
movement rate 13.
a little bit less than that, you can do 10. So at half speed, a halfling moving through this sort of terrain over here is really only going to be making like 1 hex a day in terms of progress.
Okay. I just want to make it to the river, or I'm sorry, to the ocean, and then once I've made it
Sure.
to the ocean, I would like to run faster. Or,
Yeah, then you can go along the coastline.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll take you, you're guessing, about 2 days to get to the ocean, and then 1, 2, 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days to get home, depending on weather. So you'll be gone about a week, plus any time that they need to prep their expedition out here, and then, 3 days back. So you might be gone upwards of 2 weeks.
For 200
Zero
fucking gold,
approximation.
they better be prepping pretty fast, but sure, we'll say 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Are the rest of you ready to stay here for 2 weeks in the wilderness?
Nevitz, we don't have food or anything. He's gonna bitch about us on that.
Wait, I thought Toki could produce the
I
wonderful
could
good
do
berries.
Oh, we're good then. Okay, never mind. Yeah, go. Do your thing.
Yeah, I have good berries.
Slay, queen.
right.
Koibu, just remove that shitty spell.
Nevitz leaves the party alone in the wilderness.
I feel like we should just go together. Like, no one's gonna find this place.
I just
No?
want to die. I want to die here, Lily.
Okay, whatever.
I'm ready to roll a new character.
Alright. Well, Nevitz leaves, and we should take our first break right here.
Oh, we're gonna die from fucking bears or some shit.
We'll be all right.
Okay, we will be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Of Dice and Men. Nevitz sets out early in the morning, trying to make good time, moving carefully and quietly down the Cindy River, keeping his eye out for trouble and staying out of danger. So, now that we're splitting the party, we're going to do one of you first and one of you second. And I would prefer to do the people who are sitting here and waiting, because if Nevitz dies en route or something,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
want
right.
the party to then be like, oh, well, he's not coming back. We're going to fuck off now. So we're going to play you
Right.
guys as far as we can. And I
Okay.
hope it'll work out and that we don't actually have to, like,
No one's gonna die,
play out more
Koibu.
days.
We'll be
no, there might be,
fine.
we might play out, like, 15 or 16 days, but then he might get back on, like, day 14 or something. So if there's a couple of extra days
Yeah.
on the end, we'll fuss with it to get it to work out right. But in the meantime, it's the three of you here in the Goblin Camp.
Here we are.
Our camp.
We
Hello.
Lenny will the first day or night or before night, hopefully after Nevitz left. He's gonna start rounding up the goblin bodies and putting them in the I don't know, putting them in a tent.
You're going to stack the corpses and let them rot and sleep next to the smell of decaying goblins for a couple weeks?
Lenny's not the smartest guy, so that
All
is
right.
what Lenny will do.
Damn it. I want to help, but
If someone would like to burn them, that's on them. Or to tell me to
bury
burn them. Yeah. Well,
yeah. I think Daff will say maybe we should bury these bodies and give them a proper. Put them to
Oh.
rest.
yes, Daph, I will start. Do you mind either getting them or helping me dig, or which,
I'll help however I can.
All right. We'll take turns digging and grabbing.
Okay. You guys can bury all of the goblins. Would you like to mark somewhere on this map a little goblin cemetery for me?
Yeah, I
They
would
don't-
love to.
They don't deserve it.
The Goblin Cemetery is right here, overlooking on this hill, overlooking this cliff. Right here. You see it?
Poki's gonna take a nap while they do this.
Okay.
Well, Toki's a lady,
This-
so
This is some nice domestic role play, huh? We're just chilling for a while.
Mm-hmm. You got tons of time to chill. How do you want to go about your couple weeks here? What's it going to look like?
we'll
We'd
role
like
play
to
it out.
cover Our spell slots.
Yeah, I would
Nope.
love to rest. I would love to do a long rest.
Sure. If nothing happens, you will have a long rest in 1 week.
I don't
But
see-
if you are still in, if there are combats and fights, that'll keep interrupting your long rest. So,
What if like you rested for like 3 days, then there was a combat, then you rested for 4 days after? Does that still count as one long rest?
it really depends on the scale of combat, right? Like, if you get into a quick bar fight, it's probably fine. But if you start, like, casting spells and taking a ton of damage, I think that would interrupt your long rest.
That's not
So-
very restful.
What if like you rested for like 3.5 days? Would you get like half your spell slots back?
No, you need the whole week of downtime to fully recover.
Doesn't make sense. Alright.
Well, at a certain point, we have to find a way to make the game simple enough to play. The more we try and make it simulation, there's a scale. On the left side, you have heroic. On the right side, you have simulationist. The closer we go to simulationist, the harder the game gets to play, but the more gritty and fun it can be. The more you go towards heroic, the less sense shit makes. And so we sometimes have to find a happy little middle ground, and sometimes we just have to have cutoff points and say, you get all your stuff back on a long rest, and that's a week of downtime. And if it gets interrupted, then you've just had a series of short rests and not enough downtime. It can be messy that way. Anyway, you guys built
I'm
your
just gonna
cemetery
have
here.
Chicklets.
Yep, it's further out, but I put it on the map. I
Sure.
can only go so far.
Right. And then what? Like, do you guys make hammocks and chill in the hammocks all day? Are you
Never.
all perched in trees, eyes wide, staring at everything in a state of panic?
Lenny is on high alert.
Can he maintain a status of high alert for 2 weeks?
We'll see.
Daff is.
Where?
Oh, sorry.
do you- I'll get to you in a moment. Where do you stay on high alert?
Up
Are
here.
You're there, near the Goblin Cemetery, looking around?
Well, the Goblin Cemetery should be pretty far out, you know?
Right. Okay, but you're going to stay up here.
No, I'm going to... No, I lied, actually. I'm going to be in my camp with my buddies, okay? On this rock. Sorry.
Okay. And what about you, Daff? Lenny is going to take the rock and perch there. What are you up
You
to?
know, I think subconsciously Daff would love to do smart stuff and, find like a cave or somewhere to set up camp and, do some smart stuff. But Daff is in a little bit of a depression, Koibu, and Daff is going to really contemplate his life choices up until now and think a lot about the things he's done and his hair and where to go from here. Generally just be a mopey sack of man.
How do you feel about the life choices you've made thus far?
Not that good. Not that good.
Would you like to expand on that a little bit?
Well, Daff is a little bit between I'm not cursed. This is just a coincidence. I should just live my life and do whatever I want. And also, that's the thinking that got me into this in the first place. I have wronged so many people. I've lived so selfishly for so long. The classic back and forth, what do I do? Whatever. Kind of enclosed in himself, not really thinking about anything else. He's going through it, Koibu. Hopefully at the end of this, he'll be out of it.
Okay. And what about you, Toki? Are you just going to sleep for 2 weeks? You're gonna chill.
I guess I'll chill, sleep, look out to the nature, take some walks, pick some herbs along the way.
Could you make me a nature check?
I am a very nature-oriented person.
True.
But that doesn't that should be at an advantage because I'm at rest here. I have
That's
so
true.
much
You're doing
time.
your best.
How could I fail a nature check? I'm a druid in the wild.
Yeah.
True.
It's fine. It's fine.
Doesn't sound fun.
You have trust issues with me. Why don't you ever trust me when I tell you it's fine?
Because never mind.
What?
I think campaigns should stay separate.
Okay.
Sometimes you inspect a statue, Neil, and it turns into a fucking gargoyle that kills your friend. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys chill. It's nice. The first day is pretty easy, actually. It's not much going on.
I can roll hit die?
No. Well, actually, you can because you slept one night here with everyone already. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So is this the next day now?
No, we're not getting to the next day. You see that nature check?
See, you should
Explain
just
it
stayed
later.
in here,
It's
quite.
kind of important. Can I get what is everyone's passive perception? That's
10.
what I'm asking that. 10 for you.
13.
13. That's pretty good.
My passive perception is 14.
Wow. Look at
I
you.
am very perceptive.
That's actually
The dwarfy ways.
okay. None of those are nice enough, though.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Even for old Lenny, who's been on high alert.
Lenny, give me a perception check from your rock.
That's right. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Perfect. So you guys are here chilling one day. You're on your rock. Toki, give me a D100. 50 and lower, you're napping. 51 and above, you're awake at this point in time.
Lazy noble.
Or we could do 30, 30, 30, 30% on a walk somewhere else, 30% asleep here, 30%.
Yeah, we'll do 50-50. 50-50.
50-50. She's awake.
I'm awake.
Morning.
Wonderful. Good for you. You're chatting about something, as you do. What are you saying, Daff? Entertainer, leader of the party, keeper of the morale.
Yeah, Daff is not entertaining at this moment, Koibu. I don't know. He's pondering his life choices.
Oh.
A little bit off topic, but how do I erase my scribbles?
You highlight them and erase them.
How do I highlight?
You
I think the party's
drag
pretty
over them.
Wait, what?
Top left, you'll want to click. Yeah, he's got it.
There's the arrow button in the top left. You can just click on things, or you can box them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So
shit.
If Daff is, I'll bring you back. If Daff is sleeping, not sleeping.
No, Daff is
pondering these
Yeah.
things. What are you doing, Lenny? You seem like maybe the more, if not Daff, then you're the entertainer of the group, right?
Lenny was on strict order from Nevitz to be watchful, and Lenny is, his buddy Nevitz is gone. He's like an eager dog. How your dog will literally just wait at the door for its owner. That's what Lenny's doing. He's waiting at the dog for its owner. He's looking around. He's trying to find him.
Okay. Well then,
Lenny.
Toki, what are you doing while Daff is pondering and dark and brooding, and Lenny is a good boy?
What would Toki be doing? Looking out into the distance, thinking about life and shit? Maybe seeing what kind of animals are around here? She likes animals.
Yeah. So it seems like the camp is pretty quiet then. Everyone's kind of doing their own separate thing. Maybe Toki's poking around over here at a bush or whatnot.
Yeah, everyone's quiet. There's no way people would find us.
Drew.
No way, right?
No way.
No way. Except for the group of goblins that have snuck up upon you guys using their surprisingly high stealth and a series of calls disguised as bird calls, which that nature check was to see if you can notice the difference between the goblins faking the bird calls and the actual proper birds giving the calls.
Toki has been around nature all her life and she couldn't discern fake bird call.
There's different types of birds on this side of Drekis than there are on that side. So it must be a new type of bird to you that you haven't really heard before.
Yeah.
You know?
Bad day, I guess.
Honestly, yeah.
It happens, Strange new world, strange new land, strange new sounds. And that's when the goblins get themselves nice and ready for their ambush. Surrounding the party slowly. And opening with an attack.
That's a lot of goblins.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh, we're so fucked.
Oh, no.
Maybe.
Don't have spells.
There is a coordinated effort by these creatures. An agreed upon call of a bird on which to open fire and attack. And they will creep low to their bellies all the way up to this ridge, crawling on the ground nice and slowly so they can get into a position. These guys stay over here. Spellcasters get sort of close, trying to catch eyes on a target, and then the bird call comes out. It's like a and that's when our sorcerers and our archers open with spells. The sorcerer on the top right is going to aim a witch bolt at, who is this? Toki over here. 15 to hit, Toki. Does that hit you? I think it does.
Yes, it hits me.
The target takes 1d12 lightning damage. You will take 2 points of lightning damage.
She's
On the end of
dead.
each of your turns, you can use your action to deal another d12 automatically. Okay. All right, so you are witch bolted. I'm gonna put a little bolt on you.
Wait, which bolt was that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good, I liked it. This other goblin sorcerer is going to do the exact same maneuver, witch bolting you with an 18 to hit because you don't see it coming, and that will deal 10 points of damage to you. and you are double witch bolted.
Uh-oh.
On the other side, the clerics are going to open up with spells upon their allies. First one will bless his buddies. Bless up to 3 creatures. So he's going to bless these 3 archers over here. I'm going to give him a little heart. 1, 2, 3. The second cleric will do the exact same thing and bless this archer and the 2 clerics.
Who's casting the witch bolt? Is it the people in the top left or top right?
Top right, the guys with the lightning bolts on them.
Ooh, okay, so hold on.
They should be in range, right? Oh,
30.
no, Witch Bolt has a range of 30 feet. Oh,
Yeah.
I misread that. Good call.
So they lost their spells, yeah? They tried.
So they try to shoot their witch bolts, and they fizzle out in front of them, the goblins not being aware of the range of their magics.
Oh, so I don't lose any health, right?
Correct.
No, they will hit you with chromatic orbs instead of Witch Bolt.
What's chromatic orb?
It is... No, that doesn't show. It is... You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within range, choose a type, and then make a ranged spell attack. If the attack hits, the creature takes more damage, 3d8, and they both hit you, but it can't be repeated, so it's not 1d12 every round, it's just a flat 3d8. So, thank you. We'll just do 6d8 instead of the 2d12. Wow. So, Toki will get blasted for 37 damage instead,
Thanks,
Steven!
Steven.
and immediately drop unconscious.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Glad I could set this
Now-
right, guys.
That wasn't fair.
Steven, I would like to lawyer you, Koibu. If one of these people casted their spells and it was out of range, I do believe that you would tell them, get fucked, you casted it. I've seen you do it.
Usually someone will
But
say,
I think
wanna
you've
cast
also
this
helped
spell.
them.
Wait, hold on, never mind. Can I cast this spell? Let's talk for 10 minutes about which spell I want to cast and where I should position
Well,
it.
you're a competent DM.
Yeah, but
okay?
you casted it. You rolled the dice. You already did it. Instead of
true.
pondering what you should do, you already did it and went through with it.
Now, I don't care. It's not my character yet. But I would like you to maybe take mercy on Toki since you did just kill her boyfriend in the last campaign yesterday.
Really pull out all
That
the
has
stops on
absolutely
this
no
one.
bearing on
Alright.
this.
I respect it.
You
Yeah.
rolled the damage and everything, Koibu. It didn't.
Yeah,
It didn't.
He
Oh, that's
he
a really
fizzed.
good 68,
Guys,
actually. Look
it's
at that.
fine.
That is surprising.
That's good.
I always
Oh, wait,
wanted to make another
actually,
bar.
if
It
you
should average to
you
27 damage.
you re-rolled the damage for this, you should re-roll the hits as well.
Really?
Yeah.
True.
I agree.
I already rolled my attack rolls. It's the same die roll, the exact same die roll for every
Different.
spell.
Different length though.
I don't
but,
think so.
I mean, I don't know, Koibu. If you're gonna retcon and do a different spell, I think you should have to re-roll it.
I mean, it's the same round. The other goblins haven't even gone. The spell's the same.
I want
I feel
to.
comfortable with my rules.
I want to change my damage on Little Jimmy.
That's a little long. That's a little. We can. A retcon within the same round is usually pretty comfortable. We do that all the time here.
That's fair.
Yeah, but we're not retconning the. You're just doing a half retcon. So that kind of sounds like you just want it to hit Toki.
It's fine. It's whatever.
That sounds like you just don't want it to hit Toki.
Guys.
Sounds like it just
Guys.
isn't fair.
Guys. I'm at peace. I have another character lined up. I'm
Oh,
good,
yeah?
guys. It's
I
fine.
love Toki. Toki's so good.
I'm bringing back Pearl.
These 4 goblin archers will take shots at our good dog over here, and they get
Who
plus
has-
4 on each of their attacks.
Who should have cover. You know, I'm against
Why
the
would
rock.
you have cover? You're on
They're-
top of the rock. You're in the most exposed position possible.
Ooh, that's fine. don't know what kind of rock it is, but-
3, 4. Those will all hit you, I do believe. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they have advantage. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. 8 and
4,
7 is
8, 12.
15.
That's fine.
And our other goblins will, with screams in their throats, leap to the attack. Although they can't actually leap, they actually just come here, 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 here. This one will, actually these 2, that guy can't make it. This guy will drop down on deck with the last of his movement, making
No.
a regular attack roll against you with his little javelin. Which is a critical hit as he falls on top of Daff with the javelin for 12 points of damage.
Yikes.
Sorry, Koibu, I have a question. Now, can you rage at any single time? Also, I have danger sense.
Wait.
An uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge away to dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, would this help me at all in raging? No? Okay,
It'll
that's
give
fine.
you advantage on dexterity saving throws against traps, etc.
That's fair.
Now it's initiative time, and we hope the players roll well. I'm going to roll one initiative for each goblin type because there's just too many goblins to do them all.
Should we
How
roll
fucked up
initiative
would
as
it be
well?
if I rolled a 1-2? I would fucking crack.
Do we roll
Feel-
initiative as well? Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, everybody.
Row. It's not looking too hot, guys. I don't feel good.
It's them goblin ambushes.
Low is
Yeah,
good.
I
Yeah?
believe subconsciously Neil feels some guilt. Okay,
guys have
he's gonna go
inspiration?
easy on us, man.
If you guys have inspiration,
I will use my inspiration here on my
whatever you're doing,
initiative.
I would feel
I'm
inspired.
not
as fuck.
inspired.
Well, I'll take the 5.
Wait, can you
Fuck it.
use an inspiration and initiative?
Well, can you, Koibu? Fuck it, I tried.
Why not? Yeah, that's fine.
Who cares?
On any d20 roll, I'm comfortable with. You wanted to take your 5.2 instead of your 3.2?
5.12.
Right. Okay, Toki, you're first up. Give me a death saving throw, girl.
Okay, just roll a 20. Do you have inspiration?
No, wait, I do.
Oh. Yeah, use
You
it.
should use it.
You just need
Can
to
I
roll
use
a 20.
inspiration on the?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
do it. I'll do it.
You need to
Using
roll a
inspiration.
20.
Yeah,
You need to get up.
You
to your
really need
god.
to roll a 20.
You can do
we
it.
really need a 20
Alright.
here.
First roll.
Woo!
Okay.
Roll it
Okay.
again, because you get inspiration.
Really need a 20.
Second roll.
We really need a 20.
All right.
Alright.
So sorry, man.
But did she technically succeed one of two or just one?
She succeeded on one.
Only one. Fuck.
All right. The
Wasted.
clerics go. The goblin
Yikes.
clerics.
Well, see you later, guys.
As
Tell them they're
darkness
cringe.
descends upon our party.
I have a question, Koibu.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think these goblins would carry around diamonds? Because apparently,
after they're dead.
Oh.
Chromatic Orb requires a 50 GP diamond to cast.
Well then, they must have diamonds in their pockets.
I'm killing them, Koibu. Then
Yeah.
We want diamonds.
This goblin moves over here and throws down a bane spell on
just give it to me.
Gaff and what's his face, Lenny. Each of you need to make me a charisma saving throw, or be cursed, be baned.
It's a
No
25
problem,
point
Daff. Totally good. Mr.
Uh-oh.
Mouton, you will also pass. It's only a DC
Woohoo!
11 saving throw to pass that.
We did it.
The second goblin cleric will bop to here. Does he have line of sight to Daff? I don't know. I think this rock might be hiding Daff a little bit if he was like sitting down. So instead of casting a spell, a bane spell, he will just cast Sacred Flame? Sacred Flame on Lenny. Lenny, give me a dexterity saving throw, which you do have advantage on.
Yes. Sorry, I'm being slow. 12.
It's an important moment here.
12.
12 is a pass. You take no damage.
Fuck the gods.
Daff, it's your turn. This thunder rolls in the background.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, I want to use. Okay. This is the only guy that I would take an attack of opportunity from if I were to get out of here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration and give one to Lenny first of all.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's
Impressive.
what the
And
fuck I'm
then
talking
I'm
about.
also going to. Let's see here. How do I do this?
I gotta turn on the light.
How do I do the little ruler thing?
Oh, it's the thing that
Got it.
looks like a circle. Yeah.
Could I make it? Can I make it over here? You think?
How far? You were in this spot?
Yeah.
That's 40 feet. You can only move 30.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
There's,
suppose
like, a tent in
then.
the way. You could do
I
something like that.
fuck
And you could use
Toki
your
for
action to
knowing.
dash if you want. I don't know.
I'm going to use, I guess, my I don't have very many curses. Or I mean very much stuff to do. I'm gonna use my my cantrip. What is Thunderclap? Vicious Mockery, I suppose.
Ooh.
What about cutting words?
Cutting words is a reaction.
Oh, so you could have used that
No,
to
I
not make
wouldn't have-
Toki die.
Not when you're surprised.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's only. I'm pretty sure you only get a reaction if it's a hit on me. Yeah.
No, it can be. You can take a reaction anytime you want, except unless you're like surprised, of course.
What?
So target must
so I couldn't have.
succeed
But
on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. Who are you mocking?
this guy right here, over here. And
Passes with flying colors.
okay, what the hell? Okay, well, I'm gonna try to get as far away as I can, I guess. Let's try to go towards Toki. Fuck, dude. Okay.
Where are you gonna go?
Can I get like here?
That's fine.
Okay. Here, was that where it was?
One more. There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
and then
This one guy takes a stab at you as you walk past with a 15 to hit.
and I use
Well-
my reaction,
Yeah.
which is cutting words,
Yes.
and I minus roll. You can't touch me.
You are reducing the attack, right? By 1d8?
Yep,
Is that how cutting words works?
yep,
It gets used so rarely that I forget how it functions.
yeah.
Cutting words. You can use your reaction to expend one of your bardic inspiration die, subtract the number from the creature's roll. Yep. So
Alright.
give me a 1d8. Yeah,
Five.
definitely doesn't hit you. You are free and clear. The melee goblins' turns. These ones will navigate this cliff a little bit awkwardly. And then they're going to make a full move coming down the cliff and coming to about here. A little bit of their movement takes coming down the cliff. This one probably has no problem coming down. Comes to here, to here, to here, there. This one will go here, 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 to here. This guy will hop, to here. This one will pop down, down and over, taking their time to come down, but getting themselves and surrounding Lenny on his rock. And Lenny, you'll get 4 attacks against you, each one at advantage because they're all flanking you with their scimitar, with their javelins. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fucking do it, Koibu.
4 to you, 12 to you. Sweet Jesus.
I don't care.
stupid Goblin. 6,
About your puny damage.
7.
Just 20.
Damn.
Is that 25? Sweet Jesus. The other goblins don't get a chance. The
Is it my turn,
sorcerers
Koibu?
take their turn. Almost. It's getting close. Oh, the archers also get to make attacks. They go on the same round as the other ones. She's down. Daff is sort of hidden by this tent, so the archers will all focus fire Lenny.
I couldn't have raged
You're
yet,
good.
correct? Because it's technically
Not your turn.
this
Yeah.
is dumb, Koibu, but I'll let you
Oh
have it.
man. 1, 2,
You'll be
3, 4. That's gonna be
2
2 hits. Even they get a plus 1d4, but they don't have advantage, so those 7s aren't worth re-rolling. So you will take 6 and 6 for 12.
Down to
Bringing you
0.
exactly to 0.
Wait, really? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Yes.
Goblin Slayer all over again.
Oh no, I don't have like any spells. Oh no.
All right. What are these goblins gonna do? The sorcerers, seeing the tides of this battle change very quickly, their
What
ambush
tides
was
changed, Koibu?
immaculately set up. Well, they were worried. You know, you guys had come in and killed this entire camp. They thought this was going to be a tough fight, but it turned out to be really.
How did they
easy.
find out we killed it?
Why don't we just
We'll
deal
find
with
that out
these
later.
magic missiles first from these 2 goblin sorcerers at Daff? The
And
first
me.
one will magic missile Daff for 11, which will bring him to 0. Wow, I thought we were gonna have to spend 2 weeks here in camp. Instead, the party is all at 0. Let's see. Lenny, I need you to make me a death saving throw.
I want to die, Koibu.
I know you do.
No,
Lenny.
I
20
I
it
don't
and get
wanna
up.
die.
Wait,
I don't want-
wait. Hold on, Mr. Wooden, wait. You need to
Not gonna
understand.
happen.
If you roll a 20, you can escape. You understand, right?
Yes, I know I could.
You
100%.
just need to roll 20.
You just gotta roll
Okay.
20.
There's a 15.
15 is alive. Toki, death saving throw.
Okay, can you get a 20?
Oh my fucking god.
Saved. The
Wait, does that mean
clerics
she's
will-
stabilized?
Nope, not yet. She needs 3 to
Take
stabilize.
3.
The clerics will take their time climbing down this cliff that they.
Do we get
know so
another
well.
death saving throw?
Daft, death saving throw.
Okay, I saved it. I did it.
Good. The goblins, these two are going to come over to you. These two are going to come over to you, and they will attempt to bind your wounds because these goblins aren't interested in killing you. They're looking for prisoners and slaves that they can keep at 1 HP, make them do work, and then anytime they act up, they'll just shank you.
Oh my
Bring
god,
you back
sounds
down
like
to
a
unconsciousness.
Never save?
Are you guys ready to be goblin slaves for the rest of your life?
I've always wanted to roleplay as a goblin slave, Neil.
Oh,
So
yes,
here's our
better
two
dream. You're making dreams
medicine
right now,
checks on
Koibu.
Toki. Oh, good. The first one passes. Toki is stabilized. Here's the one on Daft to see if Daft gets stabilized. Yep. And the one on Lenny.
Yes.
No, they can't stabilize you this round. There are 4, and we allow our players multiple checks each. Multiple people can take a check in one round to stabilize.
But they're dumb
the other
goblins.
3.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Koibu.
They get it. You guys are stabilized, which means you can't roll death saving throws anymore, which means you can't roll 20s anymore.
I do believe that for each of the 3 people, maybe just in case, they should roll 1d4s, I think, to figure out how many hours they're down for.
Yes,
That might
that's
be important.
definitely a thing. Yeah. Mr. Moon's
Mr.
down
Moon's-
for an hour. Katerino's down for 4 hours. Toki, give me a 1d4. 2 hours. Wow. Okay.
Am I not allowed to do my regular
Holy
death saving
shit.
throws to see if I get a 20?
Once
Nope,
you're
that's fine.
stabilized, you no longer make death saving throws. Slimy goblins prevented you from getting back to your feet by healing you.
Slimy whores.
Mm-hmm.
We are
So-
fucked.
When you awaken, because you will, slowly, one at a time. We're going to start with Lenny, because you rolled
Thank
a
you.
1 on that. This is what you awaken to, Lenny. You are tied to a tree. And not just any tree, the biggest tree around that they can find
Good.
near the camp. It's
What kind of
this
rope?
one. It is
Thin?
whatever rope you have in your backpack.
Okay. Then I got 50 feet of thin rope.
Well, that's not enough. They will find other rope in their packs as well. Let's see, who else has rope with them? They also have some rope in their bags, but your rope is probably higher quality. Really, is it only the 50? You're the only one with rope here. Okay. So they
Yep.
will use all 50 feet of your rope to just tie you to this tree in like the 1920s villain tying someone to a railroad track style. You're just like bound all the way up and down with rope to this tree. You are stripped completely naked. All of your gear is well out of your reach. You are at 1 hit point, and surrounding you, just far enough away that you can't reach them with your feet or anything, are a pair of goblins. You can see that Toki is similarly tied to a tree, and Dath is tied to another tree with less rope, like goblin rope. Let me get these other guys into position over here. Because our goblins love to take prisoners. They love to have big men do their work for them. And they're not too squeamish about killing people who act out of line. We'll get our clerics over here and our shamans over here who can be chatting amongst themselves in goblin. And we can grab our archers as well. So Lenny, you wake up, tied to a tree, naked as the day you were born, all of your gear well out of reach, and a whole goblin encampment surrounding you. What do you do?
Didn't ever think I'd get Devin levels of salty, but here I am.
Mouton, go.
I kind of, I don't like Lenny personally. He's a 5-int character. I'd like to preface that.
Fun.
He's not fun for me to play.
You've been having so much fun in this campaign. Don't
true.
even.
I leave him alone, all right? I don't do anything.
This
I
is like
chill.
every ex. You're like, I didn't like him anyway. Fuck that person I was dating for 2 years. I actually hated him the whole time.
I chill. Even though I should rage and run.
How would you run? You're tied to a tree.
I'm going to beat that strength check that you have set up, Koibu.
All right. Toki, a little bit later, you also awaken, stripped naked as the day you were born. You are also tied to a tree. Your hands are tied together, and you are gagged. In addition, any sort of focus that you might have had is gone. Your druidic focus, I think, is your staff, your quarterstaff, I think is what we talked about. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time since we talked about your druidic focus, but that is nowhere to be found.
I can't transform?
I think you could probably transform without it. Let's see. I don't think you need your druidic focus to do that.
Oh shit, we're breaking out, boys.
Yo, I'm sorry, I can't break you guys out, but I'll go get Nevitz.
Yeah, well, you could break yourself out, heal yourself up, and then break us out later.
I think you should just fight as a bear.
Automatically assume the
You want me to fight 20 goblins?
Bears are pretty strong.
They would probably run if they saw a bear.
It doesn't specify material, somatic, or verbal components to transform. Let's see. I think you'll probably need at least some level of somatic motion to transform, or I think you would need at least one of those things. I don't think you can transform if you're like entirely bound and trapped like this.
Really?
So
I'm gonna
well,
look
it
it up.
doesn't specify. You want to lawyer me hard on this? Give me
I'm
what you
about
got.
to do some research. Hold on.
Hmm. That doesn't rule. It doesn't say it has a component. It doesn't say it doesn't have a component. I think that a bound druid would be unable to transform. I think that's a pretty sensible thing.
Do we know
Otherwise,
how they
if you could transform, then a druid would never be able to be captured ever, and they would just have killed you outright. So you
This
can choose. You
question
can
is
transform
addressed-
and be dead, or you can be alive and not transform.
This question is addressed in the latest Sage Advice Compendium. Can a bound and gagged druid simply use wild shape to get out? It's hard to capture someone who can turn into a mouse at will. Transforming into a different size can be an effective way of escaping depending on the nature of the bonds or confinement. All things considered, someone trying to keep a druid captive might be wise to stash the prisoner in a room with an opening only large enough for air to enter.
What is this from?
Yeah,
Is this just some random dude's opinion?
What is the Sage Advice Compendium? It looks pretty legit.
Wait, what's the website? Is it D&D Beyond?
I linked it in the thing.
Oh yeah, this looks like it's coming from the.
Oh, that's
rules,
from the book.
That looks like a
That's
book
from
you
the
read.
Sage Advice Compendium collects questions and answers. Yeah, so this is probably some official something, but we like to house rule shit here all the time. Normally,
True.
rogues can move 50% faster than everybody else because they can dash as a bonus action, which means that your rogue is the fastest creature in the world until you get like a monk that can dash as a bonus action. But we nerfed that shit because it's broken. And I think this is going to be one of those things where where druids need somatic components to be able to transform, or verbal, some form of component. Otherwise, they know that you are a druid and that you're going to transform and you're just dead. So
Wait, if they know I'm a druid and they know I'm going to transform, they should take the proper measures, right?
I don't think they know that she's a druid.
Yeah,
They
there's
don't-
no way they
they
should
don't
have.
know.
No.
Toki didn't do
Well,
anything.
I did turn into a bear.
No,
right?
you got one shot. You
Not for
didn't turn
these
into
people.
anything. Yeah.
Oh,
Compare
like
the last battle.
the last battle I did, yeah.
But we killed
But
every
also-
single goblin the last
Yeah, but
battle.
how would they know she's a druid?
Yeah.
Are you posing the question, or are you asking for a real answer? Because I can tell you there are real answers to that.
Okay, yeah, really.
They-
I want a
can't-
real answer.
I want to know.
She has a druidic focus.
You think goblins are smart enough to know that?
I think the spellcasting shaman and cleric goblins are wise enough to know what that is.
Damn.
I'll give you that.
I really have to pee again. I'm sorry. I
So-
need a lot of water.
It's okay.
Can I be excused, Mr.
It's alright,
Koibu?
Kate. We're not going to be doing anything here.
Please go for it. Yeah, we got to see what Toki's up
There
to.
is someone there's a lead rules designer of Dungeons and Dragons.
He doesn't give
who
a fuck.
Who actually
Yeah,
responded to a
about his
tweet.
opinion.
He doesn't care. He
Can a bound gag druid simply shapeshift again? And he actually responded, transforming into a different size can be an effective means to escape
doesn't give a
depending on...
fuck, Toki.
Sure. I really don't care. What's his name? Mike Merles?
Yeah, he doesn't give a
His
fuck.
opinion
No,
is
Jeremy
not that
Crawford.
Yeah,
there
he
we go.
hates
Jeremy
Jeremy.
Crawford. Yeah, his opinion has.
Yeah.
It's
loser.
useful. He helped design the game, but like everyone runs
We've
the
moved
game
past
a little
him.
bit differently.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, well I
I'm not
tried my
salty,
best.
Quibi. You got us.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, either that or they've killed you, Toki. So your choice. You could be dead or prisoner.
Alright, prisoner it is, guys.
Cool. What do you do when you wake up and see you're surrounded by goblins?
Well, I can't really do much. I'm tied to a tree, you said. I'm
And your hands
bound,
are bound.
I'm
Mhm.
gagged
And
or
you're
something.
gagged. Uh-huh.
I can't do shit.
Okay. I guess staff doesn't wake up for a long time. What's your name? Lenny, when you notice that Toki has awoken, you are not gagged. The goblins have not tried to speak to you yet. Is there anything that you would like to do?
I yell racial goblin slurs at them.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. So while Daff is still unconscious, one of the goblins will come up to you, Lenny, with his spear, coming up from behind the tree, so you can't really see him coming. Like you can hear
fine.
him shuffling behind you. and
I'm
then
not
you
gonna fight him, Koibu.
slightly look. He comes up and he gets the back of his spear and he just like baps you in the back of the head and then cackles to himself, and then baps you in the back of the head and cackles to himself, and then turns the javelin around and lays the tip of it very gently against your face and sort of like runs it back and forth a little bit. You know,
Is this goblin about to rape me, Koibu? Alright, I'm sorry, Koibu. Steve messaged me some meme, and that's where it
I
went.
did not know.
Copy paste me the meme. I want to see it. I want to see it.
No.
Please, Steven, I want to see the meme. Please.
Can we focus? We have a lot of shit to get done today, okay?
Show me the
We gotta
meme.
get through your guys' fucking roleplay as being fucking goblin sex slaves, okay? Hurry up.
Toki, you too are similarly harassed by goblins who come up behind you, whap you over the head, stab you in the cheek gently. They're,
Can I
they're
like?
definitely. Mhm.
Can I just like murmur through the gag? What kind of gag is it? Like, can I spit it
Well,
out?
it's a piece of dirty leather that's tied around your face and
Ah.
comes through your mouth.
Hmm.
How's it going? How's it
Daff.
going,
We're
crew?
good.
You wake up.
Fuck.
You're surrounded by goblins. There's one behind you who's like gently whapping you in the side of your head with the back of his spear from behind you
Oh.
while you're tied to this tree. And as you begin to wake up, the goblin cackles to himself, turns the javelin around, and starts like poking small holes in your flesh. Like not enough to do damage, but enough to just like make you bleed a little bit over and over again. The goblins are asserting their dominance.
I bow down to the goblins.
What do you want to do,
I-
Daff?
I'm gagged. Yeah, I'm bound. I'm tied up.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, is
no,
this true?
no actions here.
Wait, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's nothing I can do, right?
You are.
Well, I'm gagged. I'm bound.
You-
I can't cast spells. Yeah.
Do you have spell components on you, or do you have a spell casting focus on you of any kind?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I have. I mean, I had my musical instruments on me.
Have you? Oh, you use your musical instruments for casting spells, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, they might not know that you are a spellcaster. Hold on, let's see how you cast your spells. If they don't know you're a spellcaster, then they won't have gagged you. They will just have bound you. You use your musical instrument as a spellcasting focus. Yeah. So you're not gagged. You still can talk, and your arms are bound to the tree, but your hands are sort of free in front of you.
Can
Yeah,
I
it
cast a
comes down to
spell
your
this way?
If it only requires a verbal component, you can cast a spell. Ooh, unless I don't think you lose spell slots when you go to 0.
What?
I don't think
Is that
so.
a special bard thing?
No,
Didn't
I don't
she already
think that's
have
a
no
thing.
spell
I just
slots?
want to double check.
No, I have 2.
I don't think you lose your spells when you go
I
unconscious.
thought she had none.
I have 2. That's why I was going over to you to heal you.
Oh, right.
Because I have to touch you. Sensually. Sorry.
So, what are
Sorry.
you going to do, Daff?
Alright. What is S?
Somatic.
What is that?
V is verbal, S is somatic, like movement of your hands.
Oh.
M is material. So you
Do I
would
have-
be able to cast V components only.
I have 1 spell.
He was just
is V
Dissonant
only.
Whispers.
And it's
Yeah.
Dissonant Whispers, but I'm not gonna cast it. I'm gonna chill, okay? I'm just gonna
Okay.
chill.
You're just gonna chill. So you guys spend a full day here, tied to these trees, being harassed by the goblins. As night falls, they don't all hang around here all day. You know, maybe half of them are here,
Wait.
half of them go out doing something else.
Can I
Are
do
any of them
something?
nice?
No,
Oh, yeah.
not a single one of them is nice.
Bullshit.
One of them pees on you.
That's hot.
Can I wave one of them over? Or no, wait, I'm sorry. Can I say, hey, you know, try to get their attention, you know.
Yeah, sure. You can bark at one of them. This cleric will come about 10 feet away from you, keeping his distance. Looks at you with a wicked smile, shield in one hand, a dagger in the other.
What?
Is my hands are tied behind my back, right? But can I move them at all?
You can get a little bit of wrist action. They're not actually at your back; they're at your sides.
So
you're, like,
could
tied to
I
a tree.
could I cast spells if I like?
You need like an arm, like you need to be able to move your arms enough to do it. Fingers aren't enough for us.
Okay. Is there any sand on the ground? Like if I need materials, could I use like a sand? If the material I needed was a fine sand, could I use it?
Well, let's see. There is a river right here, and there's definitely fine sand in the river. The question is there sand 75 feet away from the river?
Sand gets everywhere. And also, I might have fine sand in my pocket because I do use it to.
Oh, you're
cast-
naked. I forgot. You weren't here
Oh.
when I was describing the others. Yeah, you're
Ooh.
definitely naked.
Ooh.
Give me a D100 on a 35 or lower. There is sand nearby that you can collect.
Fuck.
No. Okay. The clerics are leaves.
Oh, they're leaves? Okay.
Yeah. Nadines is their goddess.
Okay, so the guy's over here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you called him
wanna-
over and he's...
I want to try to show him that I have a musical ability. Try to sing for him.
Ooh, what do you sing?
I don't know. They can't understand me at all, right? I just want to sing,
Right.
sing anything that would sound nice to them, but also for my friends. You know, maybe to inspire them. I could sing them a song of, a song to entertain the goblins and show them I could be of use to them in this way, but a song to inspire my friends with my words hitting on the goblins without the goblins knowing, because they can't speak common.
Ah, all right. So you start singing, and after the first verse or so, a couple of the goblins start like dancing around and laughing and pointing at you with like enthusiastic faces. They seem into it.
Okay.
They stop abusing you at this point too. When you
I
start
want
singing.
to keep singing and try to put all of my performing everything I have into it. You know, try really hard, Koibu. I want to entertain the fuck out of these guys. I want to become their performing bitch.
Give me the greatest performance check of your life.
I will. Do
your
I have
life does
disadvantage since
depend
I'm at this is all I have?
Yeah, are you at disadvantage?
No, at
Maybe.
advantage.
You are
at
tied up.
advantage.
I'll say your advantage for this being important cancels out your disadvantage of being like tied to a tree and almost dead. It's an average performance, but you know, that's better than most of the goblins can do. You've got this nice human voice, which is very different from the raspy voices. Yeah. And they seem fairly pleased with it, and they'll do a little jig, they'll do a little dancing, they'll do a little, you know, having some fun here.
Is there a way for me to like do with my hands, like gesture that I have an instrument that I could play for them?
Well, they've seen your instrument, yeah. You want to try and point to it or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give Cleric a wisdom saving throw to see if he...
Do my friends feel inspired, by the way, since I try to give them some bardic inspiration with my voice?
Lenny is weeping.
You can give them bardic inspiration if you so desire, but it only lasts for 10 minutes, so you let me know when you want it to do. Yeah. Make me a persuasion check and beat this guy's 13 on his wisdom saving throw.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the goblin will come over. What sort of and bring you one of your instruments. What instruments do you have?
I think I have a violin in case. That's my main one.
Okay. So the goblins will bring you your violin and then talk amongst themselves with some angry muttering and some gestures. And you will get 4 spearmen showing up, sort of surrounding you, pointing their spears at you viciously, thrusting but not actually hitting you, as the goblin, not the cleric, one of these other guys, one of the less important goblins, will come over and untie you from the tree. You are untied from the tree for a moment, but still surrounded by goblins.
Okay. So can I do I have my violin?
Yeah, they will hand you your violin, but then they will immediately take that same rope that tied you to the tree, and they will start wrapping it around your ankles and rolling it up your legs, and then tying it there. So your legs will be tied together so you can't walk anywhere.
They think that they've bested me, Koibu.
Yeah. They'll attach the very last bit of the rope to the tree and then back off. Okay. Now you can sit up easily and you can play your instruments.
All right, I'm going to play them a fucking kick-ass song. I'm gonna, you know, every bard has their best song, you know, and I'm gonna play them my best song. I'm gonna rock their socks off. It's gonna be sick.
Okay.
Can I roll a performance? Am I allowed?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the one. Woo! Woo, baby.
It's a good song.
It's a good song, Koibu.
Yeah.
I'm not playing any tricks. I'm not casting any spells. I'm just trying to give them I'm trying to rock their night, you know, rock their socks.
Yeah. These other goblins so the other goblins come back. You know, they've been wandering around, but they hear the music and they come back to see what's up. And soon you have the attention of the whole pack as they watch you play. Some of them dancing, some of them just listening, some of them chatting amongst each other.
Okay. All right. How much of a let me get out my ruler really quick, Koibu. All right, so they're about 40 feet. The guy. They're in like about a 20 feet radius all around. Yeah.
Yeah, about. This guy isn't within 20 feet of this one. He's a little far, but the other ones are all good.
How do you feel about heroic phrase, Koibu?
What is heroic phrase?
It's a 2nd edition rule that we don't use because it's only when you're like fighting creatures 10 times lower in level.
Shatter is only a 10-foot radius.
You're at 1 HP.
Just let her.
Yeah, I might want to just sit here and earn their trust and keep playing violin for them until maybe Nevitz shows up and I can. I think I should just not cast a spell right now.
Okay. All right. Well, they will enjoy your music, and if you ever slow or stop, they will prod at you to continue. Meanwhile, the goblins make dinner. They clean up a camp a little bit. they arrange things and sort of get on with their lives. A bunch of the goblins head off. Some of them stay. There's never less than 7 goblins in camp, though. And they keep a close eye on their prisoners. It looks like they've done this before.
I'm also like, they want to keep us alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna get water?
At some point, they're going to have to water you, but they're not going to do it today. They're going to let you dehydrate and begin to starve. And
How
they're
many
gonna
days
try and
has it
keep
been?
you- it's been less than 8 hours right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know, they're going to keep
Right.
you as slaves. They're going to let you dehydrate, let you starve, keep you on the brink of death. So if you try to run away, you'll be so exhausted that they will have every single advantage against you. It's clearly their plan. But Daff, well, he's made himself very useful to them. So while they use and abuse Lenny and Toki, they more or less let Daff do whatever. And in fact, they'll even feed you tonight with the dinner that they make. It's scraps. It's the gristle and the fat that they didn't want off of the meat, off the bone. But they'll give you food and they'll give you water and they'll let the others just sit there.
All right.
Could Lenny be spotting for his shit? My big pile of stuff. I just want to know where it is.
Yeah. Over the course of the day where you're awake, you will see that all of your stuff has been piled into this tent over here. And you'll see because they go through it. They'll pull it out, they take a look at it, they pull out the magic portal, and it's just like this weird rock ring, and they're like, huh, this is weird. And they'll look at it, and one of the casters will cast a spell towards it, and their eyes will go wide because it's magical.
God
And they'll
damn
look
it.
around, and they
All
will
right.
find, because they have detect magic, the other magic gear on you guys.
Fuck
What
them.
magical items do you have?
I got my swords. I got potions.
Oh, they
Well,
love your swords.
Potions won't show up. Somebody has that portal, so it should be out there as well. Because I know
This is
one of you
mine.
guys is holding it.
I
Yeah,
have.
he already talked about it. Yeah.
Okay.
What makes you think potions won't show up as magical?
Because when we were looking for Zaz before, and we used Detect Magic, I think we explicitly said that potions wouldn't show up under Detect Magic. I thought we said that. Did I misunderstand you?
I think so. If they're magic potions, they should radiate magic, I think.
Question.
You're making me doubt myself now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because I thought we had chased Zaz into that house, and even though she
We
had a
did.
potion, we used Detect Magic, but there were no outlines or anything seen anywhere. That's why we went through looking for an invisible person.
She
Oh,
even
right,
had a-
because she was invisible. Detect magic only works on things that are visible. The invisibility is what cancels that prevents that shit from being
Really?
seen. Yeah. I think the detect magic spell specifically says visible things.
What about things that are gaseous? Sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions now.
That's
Probably
a great
not.
question.
Okay, sorry, that's
I think
another
if it's
day.
magic gas, then it would be visible through a detect magic spell.
Huh.
Yeah. But they'll grab Lenny's weapons. They'll pull out the portal. They'll grab the potions that you have. They've got your druidic focus. What else do you have to have?
I wanna. Are they all watching me right now, Koibu?
Some of them. There's a couple who are keeping an eye on you guys while the others ruffle around in camp, and the others go out hunting or doing whatever goblins do.
Okay. I wanna start. I want to. Could I use my message? Okay. So the goblins can't understand me. We've established this because I've been talking shit about them and they've been enjoying my songs.
Mm-hmm.
So my spell message. All I have to do is point at someone and whisper or like say what I want them to hear, right? Could I not whisper? Could I say it out loud like in a song?
Yeah.
And then the other person could, respond subtly.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I wanna work it into my song, like start pointing at the goblins as if I'm like, it has to do with my song, and then I want to point at Toki and say to her, should I gather everyone and use shatter, or should I wait?
And Toki, you may be gagged, but you can whisper in a gag, and Daff will be able to hear you. Because they didn't, if they had rolled up a sock and put it in your mouth and then bound that, then you definitely wouldn't be able to say anything. But it's just a leather strap around your head, so you can definitely, make some noises.
She wants to I'm sorry, you want to shatter? Use shatter on them?
Yeah, should I wait or should I use shatter? That's what I meant. Like, should I attack or should I keep where we are until we have a better chance?
I don't think this is a good idea. We're all one health.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna keep them where we are then. I'm gonna keep singing and having a good time. Woohoo!
Yeah, I don't. If you attack, I think you'll die.
I wanna do the same thing. Messaging them and say to Toki, try to make yourself of use. Maybe dance.
I wanna. Can I like try to whisper?
Sorry.
I need to be ungagged so I can turn into something and get help.
Yeah.
I think that's our best chance.
I'm gonna try to gesture to my friends and say, and start dancing and try to encourage everyone to join the party, dance and try to get the goblins to dance, try to get my friends to dance. Everyone's dancing. Woohoo!
Neil, you said I can whisper?
You can reply via the message spell. is what it's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Well,
Alright.
the first day they definitely won't ungag or unbind either of the others. In fact, they're going to let them sit there tied and bound for days.
Awesome. Taking short rests.
I think
Just kidding.
to take a short rest, you need to actually be able to rest. And I think being beaten with sticks and starved and dehydrated will prevent any short rest from occurring.
Am I resting, Koibu? Is this me resting?
They will let Jaff rest. They're not going to beat and abuse you. They'll keep you tied to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And after a couple of days, they will reduce it from both of your legs tied to the tree to just one leg tied to the tree, but tied very, very well. And they keep one guard on you day and night. When it comes to nighttime, they tie you back to the tree fully. But during the day, they allow you a little bit of room so that you can play for them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many days are we tied up?
Well, I think we're just going to skip ahead 2 days right now. So you've been tied for 2 days. You're still all at one. Daff could have gotten enough rest to roll hit points back if you want. To use your hit dice.
Okay.
Only the hit dice that you have, you won't be gaining
That's
new
fine.
hit dice. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
We've been tied up
2,
8
to this.
3,
Okay, 13,
4.
17.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
you'll be
back
at
at full health with 0 hit die.
Yeah, they let you recover enough. They want their jester to do well. They will also cut some scraps of fabric, sew them together, and make you a silly hat.
Yay! Okay, I wanna very much incorporate this, incorporate the silly hat into my routines that I do.
Mm-hmm. They love it.
I want to make them feel like they were proud of their work.
Mm-hmm. They love it. They eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
They jabber at you in Goblin constantly. They continually mistreat the other two, though.
Good.
Hmm.
Plenty's
All
cake.
right. I wanna whisper at Toki again, or do my message. Is what I mean. Why are you shaking your head at me, Koibu? Why can't I do my
I'm
message?
shaking it at you.
Oh, okay.
They're shaking at me.
I want to do my message and say I think that if you tried to do any escape, that they would kill myself and Lenny.
If I just transformed and ran away, they don't want to keep them as slaves, right?
I suppose, yeah, maybe you're right.
I don't see
okay.
what.
I wanna do a message at Lenny and say, "You've been doing great. I'm gonna get us out of this. Don't worry, buddy. We got this."
Kill me.
Aww. Aww.
Lenny, is there no hope that Nevitz is going to come back with a whole bunch of armed warriors?
Lenny's sticking around, Koibu. Don't worry about him.
Okay. You make me worry, though.
No, it's not
I
good.
get scared.
We're good.
All right, so Daff, after 2 days, you're at full HP, but you still haven't regained any spell slots. The number of goblins in camp waxes and wanes. There are some other goblins that do show up eventually.
Wait.
With these people.
There were
And some
less
others
goblins at one point?
Yeah, sometimes there's like a minimum of 6 or 7 around
I could fuck 6 or 7 goblins up. Oh, that's alright.
at 1 HP.
Depends.
Do I have a surprise round, Koibu?
Maybe.
Fuck. I don't have any spells that could cut things.
Okay, so 2 days turns into 3 as you guys are prisoners. They will give you a little bit of water, Toki and Lenny. They're not going to let you die here.
Noticing Lenny doesn't like fuck around at all. Would they, maybe feed him and give him a day of rest?
No,
Maybe just
absolutely
one?
not. No,
There's
no
like-
way in hell.
Good. I don't want to rest.
Lenny, you are the worst treated out of all these people. Maybe it's because you're the big barbarian. Maybe it's because you're a human. Maybe it's because they think you're the scariest person here. But you're the one that they really go out of their way to, like...
Fuck with.
Yeah. They kind of like Daff. I mean, they don't trust him, and they keep him tied up. Toki, they kind of keep their distance from. Like, they'll harass her a little bit. They'll, like, splash water on her for funsies or throw rocks or whatever. But it's you who they get their joy out of.
Lenny would like to at least do, I don't know, strength check, a constitution check, to just show no emotion when they're prodding him, I want, what do you want, strength?
I would say wisdom, willpower, to
that's not very
resist
good.
the urge to show your emotions.
What about a constitution saving throw, because that's my best stat besides strength.
We can make a con check to like ignore the pain and not flinch
Yeah.
when they throw rocks at you, but to hide the emotional pain would be either a charisma or a wisdom check.
I'll do the con to not show physical pain.
Okay.
17.
Yeah.
And then there's the wisdom for emotional.
Damn.
Bear it.
We're going through some shit together right now.
3 days turns into 4. 4 days turn into 5. The goblins have continued to water Toki and Lenny. And on the 5th day, they approach Toki. Well, first off, they tie Daff up. You're in the middle of playing something, probably the same song you've been playing for 5 days straight. And they bring spears, they kind of shove you against the tree, they take your instruments, they tie you up to the tree.
Uh-oh.
One of them comes by and like holds a spear to your face as
Me?
to you. As the others come up to Toki and untie her. They keep her hands, or they untie your arms from the tree first. And for a split second, for 6 seconds, a full round, you have your hands free while your body is still tied to the tree and you are still gagged.
Can I transform?
Your hands are free enough to transform at this very moment.
Guys, do I do it? Guys, do I do it?
You do what your
5 days
your
to
character
think
would
about
do,
this
Toki.
moment.
Play your character.
I feel like this is a big... He's specifically telling me I have 6 seconds right now.
How many
to
goblins are there
transform.
in the camp?
At the time that this is happening, it's going to be... Oh, there's like 12 goblins in the camp.
Aw, shit. Dude.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Where are they? Are they just like where?
So we'll have one staring down Daff with a spear right in your face.
There's only one?
Yeah, just the one in your face, but you're tied to the tree.
I
And
feel
all the
like-
goblins are around. Like, this seems to be some sort of important event that they bothered to tie Daff up for, as the other goblins stand around and watch this moment. Something different.
I'm afraid if I transform and do something, they'll kill you guys. That's what I'm scared of. So I'm not gonna transform.
They might be testing your trust, and you should.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look very complacent,
Mm-hmm.
Head
Sure.
down, just super complacent.
Your arms are done. They undo your body, and then they retie your arms in front of your face. They leave the gag in, and then they put not a collar, but they like tie a knot in a rope around your neck and lead you by this rope over to the cook fire, where they've got some like stew going. Seeing that you've acted well so far, they will untie your hands from in front of you, tie one of your hands to your body, like put it across your chest, and then wrap it around so it's held here, leaving you with one hand. And then a goblin will hand you a wooden spoon and point to the pot where they're cooking their soup.
I'm gonna like bow to them as if thanking them, and then gingerly start eating, I guess, because I'm starving.
They whap you with a stick.
Alright, cool. That's great.
And then one of the goblins takes the spoon from you and stirs the pot a little bit and then hands you the spoon back and goes, "Gabba gabba!"
Gabba gabba.
Oh! I'm like,
want you
okay,
to be the
I'm gonna
coolest.
bow again and start cooking.
There you go. They watch you for a good half an hour, making sure that you don't eat anything and that you learn that your position here is as their cook. And they have you cook for them.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
day 5.
cooking.
Mm-hmm. They leave.
So now she's untied, and they
Oh,
usually
one-
have me untied.
Yeah,
And if they have both of us untied,
they will let her sit down and then tie her legs together while she's sitting down cross-legged, and then leave one hand tied to her body and leave her gagged, but leave her, sitting with one hand so she can stir the soup or like add this to the soup, maybe like add some carrots or whatnot, little things, stir, taste a little bit, add some seasoning. That's day 5. Day 6, they leave Daff tied to the tree all day. Day 7, they let Daff loose again. Just
Okay.
1 foot tied to the tree, your hands free, ungagged, so you can sing and dance for them and play your musical instrument.
Did I not like?
I need a message, Toki. I need to
That
tell
3d6
her.
was for penis size, by the way, Koibu.
3d6 what? Millimeters? What are we talking here?
Inches, okay? I rolled it, alright? Just let me have
16
this.
inches.
This is
feel
my
like
slave
Lenny would
RP.
have a pretty big dick. I don't know.
Three-
What is,
Eight.
wait, 3d6, that means the average penis is 10
Well,
and a half inches?
I thought you always roll 3d6 for stats. I thought it was always 3d6.
Yeah, so that...
Well, this is a good roll. That's all I wanted to know, okay?
Okay,
5, 5, 6. Good roll, everybody.
that's a good roll.
That's all I got.
All right. What did you want to do, Daff?
I want to message Toki, and I want to say, I have a vial of poison. We can poison them all now, if I get you the vial, in my things. If you get to them,
How am I supposed to get to them?
just know it's there. If you have the opportunity.
Got it.
You do. You have a vial of botulism. But I think you
They have
gave
clerics,
Nevis
though.
back the health necklace, right?
No.
No,
Nope.
I've
Nope.
been wearing.
You still have it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Day 8 comes. They've been having Toki do a little bit of work on the cooking front. They've even given you a small knife so you can like single-handedly try and like cut carrots or food or whatever. But they keep a pair of guards near you who just like sit on the ground and chat. They've got spears. They keep an eye on you, but they're just like chilling.
Can I am I still gagged at this point? I mean, I'm pretty like complacent. No,
I'm sorry, I've missed the question.
am I still gagged?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
They know you're a spellcaster.
got it.
Yeah.
What about like how do they keep her alive in terms of like food and water?
How do I
Every
get?
now and then they will come and lower the gag a little bit with a spoon and like pour some water into her mouth and then keep the gag replaced. So there will be brief moments where she would be able to make a sound perhaps, but in those moments she is like under heavy guard as they feed her.
Okay.
But on day 8, Lenny, on day 8 they come for
finally.
you. You've been here exhausted. I guess we should probably be using the exhaustion categories. So you will all be, I don't know what level. I'll figure it out later.
I've been treated pretty well, yeah.
You've been treated well. You're in good condition. The
Yeah.
others, not so much. Lenny, this day, they will approach you in a group of 5. Weapons out.
Lenny's
Ready
chill.
to beat the shit out of you if you do anything wrong, right? And they slowly untie you all the way from the tree and step back for a minute. Let me put the right number of goblins around you.
I'm not doing anything, Koibu. Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. They just see what you do when you are freed from your bindings.
I wait.
You wait.
I looked at
All
Toki. Wait, how many goblins are here? This is pretty fair. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. When they do it, they make sure you're heavily guarded.
Is Toki getting full night's rest now? Since
No, they are intentionally keeping the two of you weak.
Okay,
They're going
that's
out
fine.
of their way to make it.
so they
difficult
think
for you.
Daff can't do anything for us.
Yeah, sure. And it's this time that these 8 goblins, one of them will hand you your shovel
Good.
and then point to a spot on the ground like right here, down on the
Okay.
bottom side of this cliff. And they will sort of walk you as a group over here and point to the ground with the shovel, gesture menacingly.
I start singing dwarven songs and shoveling.
Excellent. Right. It's clear that they want you to dig a latrine. And after the first hour of work or so, they drop off. And instead of 8 people being on you, it's only 4 watching you. 2 from above, 2 from below. And they prattle amongst themselves in Goblin as you do the work. That's day 8.
So, right now, we all have our hands free.
Lenny is armed with a shovel and completely free, but naked. You have your hands free with your violin and one
My
leg
mouth.
tied to a tree.
Yeah.
And Toki has one hand free and her legs are bound together and she's gagged.
How closely are they watching me?
There's a pair nearby you. There's one of the sorcerers and one of the clerics who are sitting down in the shade of one of these tents, looking at the dinner and talking amongst themselves in Goblin.
Well, Koibu?
If
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Lily.
you know my cantrip poison spray, if I use it on the stew that I'm like stirring, would they get poisoned, or how does that?
No, because the poison spray will disappear at the end of the round. It's not going to stay poison for all time.
I don't like too much time.
Yeah, and it's just a gas anyway, not a liquid.
Well, Koibu?
Uh-huh. Is this the
I've been
moment
waiting for this moment. Daff has been saving us songs that he's never sang them before. Okay? He's been gathering little things, from the goblins. He's been constructing a show in his head over the past few days, waiting for the moment when all of his friends were somewhat free. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Daff would like to start waving over all the goblins and loudly playing music and not starting his performance yet necessarily, but just, gathering them around, gesturing, waving them over, acting excited and enthusiastic. The enthusiasm of the first day is back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if they gather in large numbers. A couple will come over to you. A couple of ones that are bored and not doing too much right now. You won't get the
Okay.
whole party of goblins. You'll get 3 regular goblins and a spellcaster.
Can I want to try to do it bigger until I get as many as possible. I want to put on the show of my life, Koibu.
Performance
Show my
check.
life. I'm well rested. Can I do a performance check? Okay. Do I get advantage since I've been preparing for this?
Sure. You have been preparing for this. Natural 20. It's a good performance. You attract the attention of some of the other goblins. Let me see how many are around at this moment. They're still having Lenny dig a nice big latrine. Or is it a mass grave? You're not sure. They've had you dig a pit like 20 feet long across the base of this cliff. And they have been using it to poo and pee in. But it's also like way too big of a pit for a goblin latrine. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Is Lenny close enough to hear me? Could I give him bardic inspiration?
Yeah, he is only 28 feet from you.
All right, I will give both of my party members bardic inspiration, just in case. Okay, this is just in case you guys find an opening. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Okay.
Do I have a lot of people near me now?
You will get. This will be the setup. These goblins come around to you. Actually, one of these guys will also come over. Oh, it's been day 8, so they actually have all their spells back.
Wait, I have my spells back?
No, the goblins do, because they've had a week of rest.
Have I
They've
week
taken a
of
long
rest
rest. No, they keep you from taking a full long rest. They sort of abuse you, tie you up at night, kick you around. You get enough to like heal your HP, but not enough to get your spell slots back.
Mm-hmm.
Cunning little vicious bastards. And they will come around like this to see what you're doing. I guess they'll probably be more equally sighted around you.
All right, I'm gonna put on the show of a lifetime, Koibu. I'm gonna be dancing around, acting things out, doing voices. I'm gonna mock my party members, you know, like try to make them laugh and mock myself, you know, like set up a show where there's the strong goblins, and then there's the puny jester, and then the stupid wood, you know, dwarf, and just play it up, Koibu, as much as I can. Try to be loud and boisterous, attract as much attention as I can to get as many over there as I can, and try to interact with them, you know, gesture some of them up and play around with them, you know, like stuff like that. I'm gonna try as hard as I can, okay, Koibu?
Yeah, well, you rolled a natural 20 on that, so you've attracted pretty much all the goblins. There's even the ones that are supposed to be watching Lenny, like one of them scoots a little closer to you. Another one like shifts to get a slightly better view, but like keeps an eye on Lenny. The cleric that was talking to the shaman, to the sorcerer, has come over to you. So there's still one watching Toki, and like 2 to 3 to 4 watching Lenny, but the rest of them have kind of come over here.
They're still watching me?
One is watching you. He's given you a knife. You know, he's not going to let you out of his sight. Be dangerous.
What about Lenny?
There's 3 there's 2 actively watching him. One that's got like him in the peripheral.
Okay.
Is this the moment?
No, I'm just distracting them to keep them away from my party to see if they want to do anything, but I don't think there's enough.
I have one person on me. I'm still bound and gagged. I'm not.
Lenny will use his bardic inspiration to dig the hole quicker.
Okay. Lenny, once this is day 8, right? You're not making any move here, Daff?
Well, at least maybe if maybe from this performance I can let them make me rest, or make them let me rest to get my spell slots back, you know? Try to win them over as much as I can. That's the goal, and potentially distract them to make my friends do something.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything right now. I was hoping for everyone to come over, but they're too smart.
Not quite. Yeah, so tonight, as they tie everyone back up to their trees, they, instead of tying you to a tree, Daff, they will tie your feet to... Ooh, how did they do this? They'll put a rope around your waist and attach it to a tree, but then they will, like, lead you into this tent. So you're tied to the tree outside, but you can sleep in the tent next to a bunch of other goblins. So you can be, like, out of the elements. So when it rains, you're not, like, stuck out there. And you're not sleeping in the cold. You've got, like, warm goblin bodies and a tent around you to keep you safe.
Yeah,
and it looks like
goblin
they
bodies.
value you enough to keep you in good health now after that performance, you know?
Okay.
They will start taking better care of you. It'll be a while before you have enough rest to regain your spell slots, but they are taking better care of you.
Lenny is upset at Daff. He feels like Daff sold him out. Daph's sleeping with
What?
the enemy now.
I'm trying to help you guys.
Just letting
Yeah,
you know.
but there's like so little I can do.
I know.
There's
but
always someone on me. I can't move. I can't talk. I have one arm.
Day 11. We're going to skip ahead a little bit here. Lenny, something has changed for you. They're still making the dwarf make them food, which is weird because he's a dwarf, and I guess dwarves aren't really known for their great food. But on day 11, instead of giving you a shovel to dig a hole somewhere, they bring you an axe, a wood-cutting axe. But they do this carefully with like 5 goblins surrounding you. And you've been sleeping outside tied to a tree for like a week and change, almost 2 weeks now. You're cold all the time. You're shivering. You're in poor health. You have
I get to chop in
couple
Koibu.
levels of exhaustion.
The trees.
Yeah, they lead you to a tree and have you chop it down and hew it and chop wood for them. They put you to work.
That's what I do. I work.
I have an axe, dude.
Work.
Okay. Excellent. This is going so well. You're such great prisoners.
I'm a slave.
What do they want to do with Toki? What is a dwarf good for if
Shoveling.
other than making soup? Nah, the big guy's for shoveling. The dwarf is so small. What can they use you for, Toki?
I can help them with medicine. Can do like household chores. I don't know.
Yeah. They'll have you organize things, move things around. Sometimes they'll have you like move all these supplies to that tent, and when you're done, like 5 minutes later, they'll just have you move them back. Seems to entertain them. They'll have you skin rabbits for them with one hand, of course, or they'll like. No, you know what? You've been a good person for 11 days. They will free both of your hands. They'll still keep your legs tied and keep your face gagged, except when they're feeding you soup or water.
Wait, if I'm moving supplies from one tent to the other, shouldn't I be able to walk?
Yeah, when you're moving supplies, they'll untie your legs, keep one hand tied to you, so you like pick things up with one hand, set them down with one hand, but you'll have your legs free.
Am I still naked?
Yes, they don't give any of you clothes.
Okay.
And then, after you're done moving supplies, they'll tie your legs together and free both of your hands and give you like a rabbit and a knife and the soup and like gesture for you just to make food.
Trying to think. If we're
Don't
not,
forget about the potion.
yeah, I know. I'm thinking like, but where am I gonna fucking hide it?
Yeah. And also, they're feeding us the same soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I need to let you guys know. Don't drink it, right?
Well, I could tell.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's day 11. Day 12 goes by.
Did they leave Lenny alone through the night? You know, since he's
They leave
chopping
you tied
trees.
to a
And...
tree. Once
Did they
you-
stop fucking stabbing me?
Eventually, yeah, I think after like 11 or 12 days, you've been a good prisoner thus far. They'll leave 1 or 2 people on watch to keep an eye on you guys over the course of the night.
So I can roll my
I mean,
3-hit die or
goblins come
no?
and go all the time, but they'll stop abusing you.
Can I roll my 3-hit die, Koibu?
Yes.
Okay. It's not gonna do anything, but you know what? There's one.
You two, Toki, you can roll as many hit dice as you have currently, but you can't regain any more hit dice.
Make sure that you guys are remembering to add one as well if you're taking a short rest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is they can't add hit dice. They're kept too low to regain
What are
hit
these?
dice, but
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm
well
sorry.
enough to spend
Yeah.
hit dice.
You
Yeah.
can oh, that's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, they're keeping you guys right on the edge. They don't want you to be strong. They want you intentionally to be weak.
Where am I putting the wood at, Koibu?
I assume that.
They probably need it all around these tents, right?
So there's like a big campfire, like right here in blue, and so they'll have you stack wood like over here.
Okay, well, I noticed that the campfire is running a little low, you know, and I just cut down this tree or something over here. So I'm gonna just start walking this way. Is there anybody around this tent that I was walking towards the campfire to like put it in, or even right here?
Whenever you're doing anything, you have a couple of goblins keeping an eye on you, 2 warriors, and a spellcaster of some kind.
I could fuck these goblins up.
Fuck them, dude.
You probably could, but then there's always other goblins around. Like the ones next to you, you could probably overcome, but you probably couldn't do it without alerting the entire camp of goblins.
Yeah, true.
And they're not all here all day. You know, some go out to hunt and do other things. Mostly they sit around camp just chilling, living that free goblin lifestyle.
Can I play Song of Rest for my friends? I can use my soothing music or oration to help revitalize my wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your opponent's performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by expending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains 1 extra 1d6 hit points.
Oh,
sure.
so I got...
You're playing songs and singing all the time, so you could also do a Song of Rest for your allies and the goblins, like every night. And they love the Song of Rest. It puts them right to sleep, you know? It's their favorite song, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone else can have regained an additional 1d6 when they expended their hit dice. So both of you
all right,
roll
guys.
1d6. 3 more for Lily.
I wanna sing to my allies that it looks like we're almost fully rested. I think it's almost time.
How many days has it been?
I think today is like day 12.
Okay. In the night, how many goblins are there? I want the least amount of goblins. I've seen them fucking around for 12 days, so I can probably guesstimate the least number I've ever seen.
You're even starting to recognize which ones are which guys are the assholes, which ones are the they don't really care as much, but they're just following orders. Which ones maybe have a kind streak in them.
Yeah, just want to look.
All right. So you want to do this at night one night?
Whenever the least amount of goblins I think are around.
Yeah.
When did I start my long rest? Day 8, right?
Yeah. It'll take 7 days for a long rest. So on day 15, you will have all your spells back, and today's only day 12. So when the least number of goblins are around is actually going to be twilight. When either twilight or early morning, dawn, when they go out to do their most hunting.
Okay,
And it's
I'll
during
just
these
keep...
hours that they will leave you tied up because there's so few goblins here. So you want the least number of goblins when you're free, or the least number of goblins total?
Total, just curious.
Total. Yeah, that would be when you're that's dusk and dawn, and then there will probably only be, let's see, 1 spellcaster of each kind and 3 guards in camp. So only 5 goblins, but you and Toki will be tied up during those hours.
How tied up are we?
Though they use the full 50 feet of rope on you to tie you to the tree. Toki's been sort of a chill dwarf, so they will just bind his arms in front of him and wrap him around the tree with a little bit less, and it's of goblin rope instead of your nice, well-made human rope.
When I see people aren't I guess watching me as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lenny's just gonna do he just wants to do a strength check, I'm not trying to break the rope, but I'm trying to gauge how fucking hard this would be to break. So I'll give a nice little show of strength.
Give me an athletics check to see how far. 11's not bad. You can feel that your rope is pretty good quality. You would need they're using the whole 50 feet of rope on you. I think you'd need a DC 20 athletics check to just rip yourself out of it.
And would it be super noticeable? Say I'm trying, yeah, it would be each time.
Yeah, it'd be strain every muscle. Yeah. You'd be making groaning noises. You would be.
I could feign shitting, but yeah, I'll just wait.
Okay. I think it's time we take our next break and we see what Nevitz is doing while the party has been kidnapped.
All right, we are going into our rear back screen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Of Dice and Men. Nevitz, you're on the way to Pernissus. You've got this. It's going to be 2 days down the river, and then you'll make it to the coast. And then it'll be a few days to Pernissus, right?
Indeed.
All right. So, let's see how. Let's see how this goes. Your trip downriver. There are monsters here. This is a dangerous place.
Good thing I'm moving at half speed in stealth, and yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. Your first day is pretty uneventful. You see some wildlife here and there, but nothing actually dangerous, nothing that would really threaten you. Your second day, you see, before you get to the ocean, there is a large black bear drinking from the river in front of you on your side of the river as you're walking down.
Yeah, I would like to use the action go around.
All right. Not a problem. You can easily avoid the black bear. Give me a stealth check, though, at advantage, because you're moving slowly. Just make sure you don't botch this and accidentally kick something in its direction. No problem. Yeah, bear doesn't even notice you're there. After 2 days, you've made it to the ocean. What are your food supplies looking like?
Good thing
He would have gathered good berries from Lily.
Those expire after 24 hours. I'm sure there's like some like wildlife or like what do you call it? Flora, like berries and stuff.
Flora? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a nature check. See if you can find anything edible.
Sure.
Yeah, you can pick a few things here and there. Not enough to really satisfy you, but enough to at least keep you from starving.
Sure.
Day 3, you're at the edge of the ocean. And you want to move quickly, you say? Run to Pernissus?
If I run, how long would it take me?
Let's see. You're a halfling, so you can probably go about 10 to 15 miles a day over the plains. Definitely only like 10 miles a day through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 15 through the plains.
So you'd say a little bit less than 2 days?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It'll probably take you about 3 days to get home.
And if I move at stealth, how long?
Double that.
About 6 days?
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's a
run it, you
fucking
little
beach.
bitch.
There shouldn't be like.
Just
oh,
run
no,
it. He won't
you
kill
get,
you. He's
like
soft.
some goblins come up from the sand and like appear and kill you.
That'd be crazy, right? Who's ever heard of monsters near the ocean?
How many times we've ran this path, Steven? You'll be fine. Just
I would
run.
like to move at half speed. I'm a stealthy boy.
Soy.
Okay. You're gonna move slowly and carefully. I'm gonna need like 4 nature checks from you to find, various sources of water and food along the way. Well, that's a good roll. Good roll.
One is kind of shit.
No, that's enough. Yeah. You'll have a day and a half where you don't find any water and you get a little desperate, but that 15 at the end you'll come across what do you call it when water seeps out of rocks, like when the water table is above the ground and just like comes out of the rock? There's a name for that phenomenon. I can't remember right now. But you can find some like oozing rocks and lick them for half an hour to get enough water.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's when like the water table intersects a vertical axis.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't know,
Anyway.
Steve.
Nevitz has a great history of plate tectonics, so he knows all about extracting this type of
Totes.
water.
Yeah. So 6 days later, a total of 8 days after you left camp, you arrive in Pernissus. You've been moving slowly, so you're probably not actually exhausted, but you're a little dirty, a little worn, and you come to town.
I would like to head to the closest bar and look for a representative of the family.
Yes, it can be done. You come into a tavern, and there's music playing, there's beers being passed around. You can smell roasted chicken in the kitchen, mouth-watering, rosemary-infused chicken. Is that basil? Oh my god. Roasted onions? You can look around and ask about, dropping a little thieves' cant here and there, and you'll catch on that the bartender knows a little something about the underworld, and will, using thieves' cant, signal to you that he's on the level, and asks, what can I do for you, my fine little friend?
I think Nevitz would stretch after that journey. I think the first thing I'd do is I'd see if I could rent like a room for 7 days, take a long rest maybe.
Okay.
No, I'm just
Buddy!
wait, so I'm talking to like the tavern guy that I've identified as like a...
The bartender. Yeah, he's at least involved.
Yeah.
Maybe not actively himself, but...
Yeah, so I kind of like lean over the counter. I need a few really strong men to help me move a large shipment of material across the lands. I'm sure you know where I could find some men looking for work that might want to move something like this, right?
What sort of material, he says, hesitating with the word like he doesn't quite catch the meaning.
Stuff I could buy a lot of beer with, you know?
Gotcha. Well, there's a friend of mine in town. It's actually more than a friend. He's a cousin of mine in town. Yeah, he's the sort of person that might be able to help you out.
And,
His name is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Big Jimmy. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you very much,
You
sir.
need an introduction?
Well, could you tell me where I could find him?
If you head down to the docks, you will find a sort of a shack on the south side of town. Real dingy thing with a red window. Why don't you just head over there and tell them Marshall sent you?
Red window by the docks. Say Marshall sent me.
Yeah. Rundown shack. Red
Okay.
window.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much, sir.
He lets you go, and you can head on down to the docks. You
Wait,
can
no,
find-
I didn't.
No.
Whoa, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed your behavior.
I would like to head. Yeah,
2020.
common DM mistake. Don't worry. Try to play player characters all the time. I would like to go into maybe the other taverns around, maybe for the next hour. Just kind of talk to some people and see if anybody's heard of this Marshall guy to get kind of a general gist of what his reputation is.
Yeah, give me a persuasion or a deception check. What your choice on how persuasion you would be kind of open about it, deception you'd be a little hidden about it.
Persuasion or deception?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd just kind of be asking around, so maybe deception.
Yeah, kind of keeping a little quiet what your opinions on this matter are. And a couple people will mention to you, oh yeah, cousin Vinny. Yeah, we go way back. Grew up right down the street from each other. Keeps getting referred to as cousin. He seems to be everybody's cousin here.
Cool, sounds good. Okay, yeah, I would like to head down to the dock then and find this guy.
Sure. You head down. South side of town, there's this beaten down shack. The roof is sort of caving in. One of the window sills has chipped red paint on it.
Yeah, can I just go and did he say I'm looking for a red window, or it has a red window? It just says it has a red window, right? Could I just walk up and knock, I guess? Pretty inconspicuously.
Yeah. A moment later, the door opens, and there's a super scrawny guy. He's maybe 5'10", almost emaciated looking. And he looks at you with kind of sunken eyes and goes, yeah?
I'm looking for a little Jimmy. He's supposed to be transferring, or they can transport some materials for me. Do you know where I could find this guy yet?
I'm Big Jimmy. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, Big Jimmy, of course. I'm sorry. From down here, everybody's big to me, so it's hard to keep track of it. But, yeah, so hey, I got a great job lined up for you. I got a lot of stuff I need to move from kind of a hairy area. Need some big guards to do it. But, there's 200 gold in it for you if you're interested.
Come in. And he opens the door and motions for you to step inside the hut. And the moment you step in and he closes the door, his demeanor changes and his long, distant gaze sort of focuses and his intonation changes. He says, "Great, you got a good job for us. How'd you get my name?"
I was recommended by Marshall down at the whatever tavern I was in.
Yeah, good. Marshall's a good fellow. So, I got some boys, girls I can pick up. He pokes his head out the window, the red window, takes a look around, pokes it back in. You, how do I know I can trust you, though?
I mean, is the family in this city, or is it in another one? It's way over to the west, aren't they?
They have a presence in every town. Every major town.
Of course they do. I mean, yeah, I guess as I'm talking to him, I would say, I'm no stranger to Father Gustav and Mother Helen, myself, I've done some work for them in the past. My name is Nevitz. If you're ever questioning my reputation, I'm sure there's a few people you could talk to. I could pay you half the gold up front.
Mm-hmm. Sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
How far... Okay, first off, are there any guards? Is this a violent affair?
I mean, it's the, what's the name of that, like, forested area near Cindy River? There's got to be, like, a name for that forest.
The Wild Woods.
The Wild Woods, yeah. Yeah, it's up near the Wild Woods, so, you know, you've got your assortment of fish creatures and monsters roaming the lands, possibly some scattered goblin tribes or something, so I don't expect there to be anything too heavy, aside from what you'd expect to see.
Okay. And, how much we carrying?
Oof, quite a bit. I think we're gonna need enough wagon space, like a full wagon, I'd say at least probably around 1,500 pounds.
Wagons don't travel so well in the Wild Woods. It's pretty uneven terrain. Axles and wheels tend to break a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But, how close is it to a river?
Actually, it's right on a river. So if you guys had some way to transport things by boat, you could probably run a small boat, up the river to the fork. It's the Cindy River, actually.
Yeah, that'll work. I got a boat that'll work perfect for river jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Up the Cindy River. Okay, so we'll probably need 5 or 6 guys, just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm. People that are capable of fighting, just in case. Okay, hold
I
on.
won't be going with you. I'm more of a middleman and a ranger of sorts.
Okay. Just to be clear, because this isn't metagaming, in the original note that I had written for you, I did say, bring your strongest men. I need armed guards to transport the goods. I don't want level 1 fucking fighters or some dumb shit, Koibu.
Yeah. He nods. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
And, is what we're moving... Does it need to breathe?
Nah.
No?
No?
Can I ask what we're moving?
I don't think either of us really need to be concerned, in particular with what we're moving. Just that it really weighs a lot. It doesn't need to breathe. It travels easy.
And volume? How much stuff? Like, it weighs a lot. Is it
I'd
dense?
say
Is it light?
Yay, so I would make my hands maybe this wide for a treasure chest. I'd say like maybe about 7 boxes, yay so, or however much I can with my little halfling arms, yeah.
Okay. He gets an idea for it. That seems reasonable.
Wait, we said these were 300 pounds each, and I just said 7? Okay, yeah. Wait, for the earlier weight I give him, I would say around 2,500 pounds. I think I said 1,500, around 2,500 pounds.
Okay.
If it's above it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll still fit in our river boat. Okay. He ponders. I got a guy. He'll take the boat. He'll bring some folks together. Make this happen. Give me a day or two to gather the folks around. I don't know if he's in town right now or not.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me where you're staying, and we'll come get you when we've got the people together.
Yeah, I'll probably be over at the tavern with Marshall. I'd say whatever boat you bring in, I'd hope you'd bring at least 3 or 4 men to escort the ship. I also need passage, enough room for me to bring back my 3 friends that are up there holding down the material that we want to ship back.
Oh, there's other people up there too. Okay, that'll change the number of guards we bring. You know, can't fill the boat up with too many folks.
Well, if you need to bring a second boat, we can. Doesn't do as well for all of us to be dead there.
Also, this stuff that we're gonna have to slip past guards. I can know a smuggler who will work for us, but he'll take a cut of whatever he's smuggling. Real good work. He'll get it wherever you need to go. No one will be any the wiser. But he does take 10%.
Do I need to figure that out now, or can we solve that when we get back close by?
Oh, no, I'll need to arrange it before we leave town.
Yeah, well, I guess my material doesn't do me any good outside of the city, huh?
Well, I don't know if it's something that needs smuggling or not. If you're not going to tell me. Maybe if you told me what it is we're picking up, I could make a recommendation.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think. Like, if you're bringing in gold into a city, the guard shouldn't stop me and ask me, where did you get your gold from? But if it's an absurdly large amount of gold, no.
Certainly no one would practice anything close to civil asset forfeiture.
Good, fuck them. Okay. Nah, we should be good. I don't think I need any of that.
Cool. Well then, I'll meet you at the tavern in a couple days. Don't go too far, and we'll set it up from there.
Okay.
6, 7, 8 days. He will come back 2 days later. So this will be day 10. With a small group of people.
While
He
he's
will-
doing that in the off time, I'm sure that the local police office has like wanted posters or anything, like of local crimes or whatever. Can I just make sure that there hasn't been like a big missing of like 10,000 silver or something like that that would conveniently match up with the amount of silver we're bringing in? I'm just looking for any crimes that involve the theft of a lot of gold.
Right. So you can head to the offices. Let me sort some stuff out here. The wanted posters that you find, there is another sheriff's town. There is some wanted posters up there, but the posters you see are for like this guy wielding a halberd. There's like this weird gnome with a funny hat, and a guy with an eye patch. And all three of them together on a big wanted poster for the murder of a noble here in town.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay.
So yeah, no missing money.
Wait, what? Can you read that description again? That was okay.
A
I
gnome
understand.
with
Never
a
mind. Yeah.
funny
Okay.
red hat.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Wait, who did we kill? Was it the one guard the one time?
It's the
Fuck him.
lord of this town and his son. Actually, it was just his son that you murdered. You killed the lord.
Murder is a strong word.
It was on the beach, right? Am I remembering the right guy?
Yeah.
And then,
Abington.
Tavington.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was Tavington.
He was a bad guy. Doesn't matter.
True.
Definitely a bad
Bad
guy.
guys have bad kids. All right. Yeah. Keep going.
That's Drew.
Yep. So 2 days later, he will arrive with 5 men in tow. Actually, 5 people in tow. Yeah, it's 4. Let's call them grunts for half decent soldiers, thugs more like, and a cleric leading them. A woman, female cleric.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going?
Yep. Absolutely. They will pile you into a boat with them, and it's got some the thugs will row it, and you will. I think I messed up. Wait. Hold on. It's not a cleric. It's a. How do you spell this word? Yes, it's a wizard or a sorcerer or something in that range. An arcane spellcaster, not a divine spellcaster.
Okay. Who do I need for I have 100 gold on my character sheet. Can I subtract this and give it to whoever needs to be paid? The advance, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you'll pay it to Big Jimmy.
Okay, Big Jimmy just got 100 of my gold.
Okay.
Okay.
He will do whatever he needs to do with it behind closed doors.
Okay.
And the people will row up to the Cindy River. You are going with the current this way, so it'll take you maybe a day or so to get out here.
As we're going up and we're kind of making small talk, I would like to say, like, me and a party were up here just a couple weeks ago, and we were ambushed by quite a few goblins. I'm sure there are more in the area. Hopefully you guys know how to handle yourselves and everything will be okay, right?
The spellcaster nods and leans forward and says in your ear, "If we see goblins, fireball." And nods.
Okay. I ask him back, are you sure you don't want to save your spell slots until the entire party is dead? Never mind, okay. Yeah, all right, we're good.
All right. That is going to be another day, and then they will row up the river, which is a little difficult because you got to row against the current, but it can be done. And I think this will be, what it was, 2 and 6 is 8, 9, 10, 11. It'll be day 12, the end of day 12, maybe the beginning of day 13, when you arrive at the Goblin encampment. What day were we on when we left the Goblin encampment? Was it day 13?
12.
13? It might have been 12.
Oh, it was probably 13.
Okay. So, let's just do a quick check, see if it was day 12 or day 13 that you arrived. It's day 12. So, late day 12, you've been traveling up the river. No one stopped you. No one bothered you. Let's see if anybody spotted you, though, coming up the river.
Hello, Lily's dog.
Can I get a perception check from you, Nevitz? You personally?
Do any of my other...
He also has all of those other things, yes.
Yeah, he's a pretty perceptive guy, and
he has
I mean, I imagine I would be using my eye for detail for sure.
All the things.
And then my... you said a perception check is what you need?
Please.
Active or passive? Or you want...
Active, please.
Active perception.
Active fool.
Okay. And your passive is like 15, I think?
My passive is 20.
20 because of your observant feat,
yeah.
right?
Those horrible feats that I take that make me suck in combat.
True.
yeah, but they're really fucking useful.
Sometimes.
So with your 20 passive perception, you're pretty sure you don't see any goblins coming this way or along the river. You definitely spot other wildlife, but it seems to be devoid of humanoids. And late on the day, on the 12th day, you arrive to the point where you can see this fork here. I'm on the wrong page. You can see this fork as you come up the river. This area right here.
He should
I
remember.
don't see a fork.
A fork in the river? Where like
Looking.
both things flow
looking.
here?
Oh, that fork.
This is where we got fucked up,
That
Steve.
confluence?
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know exactly where we are. Okay.
Yeah. So you arrive upriver, a whole bunch of dudes with you.
Yeah, as we start to arrive, can I tell them to slow the boat so that I can make sure everything is okay?
Yeah, they'll pull it off to one side of the river.
Where are we at? Can you show me here?
You are maybe slightly off map. You can choose the north or south side of the river. Your call.
I'll choose the north side.
Okay.
So can we be parked like right here?
No, you're coming up this river.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
This side.
Parked right.
Yeah, so you can
here.
like park off the map over here somewhere.
Oh,
you want to come all the way up to this point?
You know what, Koibu?
When you say it like that.
How about right here?
Yeah, 'cause
right
if you
here.
come up to here,
Look at this
the camp
tree.
will be able to see.
No, that's like right here should be good, right?
If you're at this point, you can see the camp, and the camp can see you.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm talking. That's
node.
why I said right here, Koibu. Are you paying
Okay.
attention?
Well, things keep changing. Okay.
Oh, but it's my laptop is lagging really bad, I think. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
All right, you pull your boat up to that spot on the evening of the 12th day.
Okay. As I pull the boat there, can I kind of crawl off and just kind of like crawl up and try to peer into the camp?
Mm-hmm. You will see there is a goblin presently tying Lenny to a tree over here. You will hear the music and the singing of Daff as he prances around. And you will see. Give me an active perception check to be
Also,
able to
the
spot.
lyrics of my songs are generally pretty panic-inducing from someone who were to hear it from afar. Yes.
I
What do you mean by panic-inducing?
Well, I mean, most of my lyrics are either shit-talking the goblins or,
You ever seen Spy Kids, Koibu?
No.
Fuck.
or trying to give messages to my allies. You know,
Sure.
we established.
So you can see
What was the Spy Kids joke?
Lenny and Daff. Yeah.
The Spy Kids reference is in, I think, the third movie, maybe Floop is a madman, save us. It's like,
It was madman, help Help
Yeah.
us, save us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was the first one, I think.
Okay, so I do see my naked party members tied up, basically.
Yeah, but you don't see Toki anywhere.
Okay. Can I crawl back down to the boat and then kind of talking? Christ. Okay. So there's a camp ahead of us that has, I don't know, it can't be more than 10 or 20 goblins there. 3 of my party members seem like they're otherwise, I guess we'd say disposed of right now. Deposed?
Deposed.
Not disposed, not yet. Are deposed at the moment. So we're gonna have to go in, clear out the goblins, free my party members, and then we can begin loading up the contraband. Seem okay?
They nod.
Oh, indisposed. That's what I was like. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They nod. What is like the leadership like? Do they have like a leadership character? Am I supposed to be commanding these guys?
The wizard or sorcerer, the spellcaster here, is the leader of these. Her name is Alyssa.
Okay. Alyssa, how do you want to proceed?
Well, if it's only a few goblins, I say we go in, we do it quiet-like. I can throw around fireballs all day, but that'll attract a lot of attention. Goblins tend to be, what do you call it, diurnal creatures? So, a little bit better to do it quietly rather than quickly. Do you, can you get in there and kill them without making a noise? I can make you invisible for a minute.
I need her to roll for hotness to see how willing I am to do this.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the barrel.
Oof.
Nevitz kind of reaches behind and scratches his head. Surely there's at least one other fighter or rogue among you that would come with me for this? It's much easier to take these out in pairs, of course, right?
Well, we could send everybody in. None of these guys are particularly stealthy, she says. But 4 strong men and a scary halfling charging a group of goblins with a spellcaster throwing things at them. I think we could do it. We got it. We could do it quickly.
Okay.
I don't know about quietly.
Do you want to just crash this boat? Is there a way to like quickly like row the boat right up to the island without like destroying it, or?
No, because you're rowing upriver, so it won't be a fast row. It'll be like a slowly approaching row.
Gotcha. Are you capable of sending messages telepathically? I have a bard in that encampment that can do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can communicate with my party that Nevitz has shown up with a group of people and that they should get ready to bust out?
I'll have to get close. They gotta be within like 10 yards? 40 yards to do it.
Oh,
so...
40 yards. Okay, never mind. We're overthinking it. It's goblins. Nevitz unsheaths one of his daggers. I think we can do this pretty quickly. You said you can stealth me, and I can sneak in while you guys charge up the front, and I'll begin taking them out from behind?
Well, we'll need some sign to move in. Should we wait for your attack first? Or do you want to move when we move?
I'll move in from behind, and then when I'm in a good position, I'll just wait for you guys. You can begin your attack in maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll just start running in and taking them out from behind.
Okay. She will touch you on the forehead and cast invisibility on you. You are now invisible. It'll last for 1 hour.
Last for 1 hour. What breaks does attacking break my invisibility?
Yes.
Permanently, or does it come back if I don't attack after some?
Permanently.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm invisible. Okay, and then I point to her, and then I realize it's a waste of time because she can't see me. And I say, all right, I'm gonna go across the river. I'll be waiting to the north. As soon as you guys run in an attack, I'll start working my way through the spellcasters in the back.
Okay. You are invisible, but you still make sounds, so give me a stealth check at advantage as you cruise over.
Actually, I changed my mind for a second. She's at... I tell her, actually, hold on. Make it 15 minutes, okay? Okay.
Okay.
I would like to cross over like right here. Can I do that?
Mhm.
I don't see any
Yeah.
All the goblins on the map are the ones I can see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Stealth check at advantage, right? Because I'm invisible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can move through the water nice and slowly so you don't create any ripples or no splashing sounds. Move to the other side, exit in a slow and careful manner so you don't splash anything. You will leave a little trickle of water behind you. So don't walk like right in and amongst them. You'll leave like wet footprints behind, but other than that, you should be good.
Where I see my party ahead, does it look like I could get so like this is Lenny up here, right? How healthy does he look at the moment?
He looks terrible.
I'm at about half healthy.
Yeah. But he was also like dirty and bruised and fucked up.
How attentive does the goblin seem to be in front of him right here?
The goblin is in the middle of tying him up right now, so it's actually quite attentive. It's like putting the finishing knots on him.
Okay. I'd like to wait a moment for him to finish and then see where he heads next.
Yeah. He finishes, comes over here, holds out his finger underneath Lenny's nose for a moment. You can see Lenny's try and stay level about it. The goblin gives him puts his hands on his face and rubs it over him just for good measure, and then walks away.
Did you say invisibility? You said that was for 1 hour, right?
1 hour,
Yeah,
or
okay.
until you make an attack
Yeah,
or
I
cast a
understand.
spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to move quietly through the forest. That goblin moved to the left.
Yeah, he moved
Yeah.
to the left. He
Okay.
is grabbing the rope attached to Daff, and he's moving him over to this tree to tie him to that tree.
Okay.
Is he here at the same time I'm doing this big ruckus? Is that what's
Yeah,
happening?
I'm hoping she's still making noise, like playing the violin and all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, is this the big one where I'm drawing a bunch of people over?
No, I think that was a couple days ago,
Oh.
or yesterday, or maybe earlier today. I can't remember the exact timeline of events, but this is in the evening as they're getting ready to like tie you to the trees and go to bed, and they've got Toki tied up as well.
I'd like to whisper very quietly while Lenny is there. I'd like very, very quietly say, Lenny, don't make a sound. It's me, Nevitz. I'm invisible. I'm right
Lenny
to your
pees
left.
himself. But yes.
Okay. And then I say, Lenny, listen to me, okay? I've showed up with the crew that's going to move the gold. I'm going to cut your ropes as soon as they run in. And we're going to break everybody out of the camp. Can you tell me, Lenny, can you knock with your left hand? Tell me how many goblins you think there are here? I'm looking at your hand. You can just knock and make as many hand movements as you need to signal it to me.
Lenny would probably know that there's around 8. I'm asking Koibu first and foremost.
Usually around 8 right
8 to
now.
10.
There are like 6 in the camp.
Yeah, I'll knock 8.
Knock 8? Okay. Can you hold out a 1 in your finger if there are any spellcasters?
Lenny will like knock with his head instead, and I don't know if he can move his fingers, but yeah.
What, is his hand like visible or?
If his hand's visible, he'll do 2
Okay.
or 3. He'll do 3 for caution.
3, okay. Can you tell me if they have any other creatures with them, like maybe mountain giant bears or?
He shakes no.
No. Okay.
None.
So just normal goblin spellcasters and spear guys. Is there anything else I'm missing? Can you shake yes or no?
No.
Okay.
He might whisper
Sure. Okay.
my stuff, but no, yeah.
I would like to
Lenny-
take my I would like to take my dagger and cut maybe about halfway through the rope. And then tell Lenny, listen, Lenny, I've weakened the rope back here. As soon as we all start getting in and fighting, when the goblins are distracted, you can break your chains, okay?
Yes.
Yes, or rope, I guess. Okay. I kind of look around. Toki's over there, but she looks like pretty surrounded at the moment.
Yeah, one goblin has just finished tying Toki to the tree.
Yep, just
and is now
me and the kid.
Okay.
Best
sitting back
friends.
near the fire.
With Lenny, it should be good enough. Okay, fine. I would like to walk back around up over here. I'm being very cautious and slow as I move, using my observant to try to spot any hidden creatures that I might see up here. Maybe somebody on patrol or somebody scouting. Maybe a ranger or a caster or somebody just on lookout up here.
Yes, you will spot a goblin right there, actually.
Okay. Does he notice me?
No, you're invisible.
Okay, cool. I'd like to keep moving around.
Yeah, you'll spot another goblin over here
to the left
as well.
Okay. What are they? Do they have javelins or bows or?
The guy over here has a bow. This one just has a javelin.
Okay, off map to the north or the northwest. Do I see anybody?
No, it looks like open forest, but you should make me a perception check just in case. Actually, you do see a pair of goblins, like, in the distance, leaving the camp, going away.
Okay. All right. I would just like to sit here, and I'll wait for the 5 or 4 people to charge the ridge. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. The crew that you're coming with has put the boat to shore.
I have a ready to
They've
action.
taken, yeah. They slip up over this point, and they're going to try and cross and run for it.
I would
Now,
like to
this
be
gob-
near this guy so that I can take my readied action is going to be as soon as I see him move. I would like to take an attack action. With a readied action, can I use my sneak attack on top of that attacked action, or is it just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sneak attack doesn't require an additional anything, so.
Okay.
This goblin is pissing off the cliff into the latrine that has been dug for them. So we'll see if he notices the group of soldiers coming. Ooh, and with a 17 perception, that goblin will. Mid-piss, the goblin yelps and cries, "Abagaba! Abagaba!"
As soon as he yells, I would like to attack the goblin in front of me.
Okay, you have a ready attack?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Lenny will also break out.
It's at advantage.
Mm-hmm. You will easily and quickly slay that goblin silently.
Okay.
Lenny, give me an athletics check.
I would rage first, and then
Sure. Your rage
Lenny will
lets out a
rage.
loud noise.
Athletics for 22.
There you go. You break the bonds of your rope. Didn't even matter if it was cut
Holy
for you already
shit.
or not.
And
Did this happen?
I can move 45 in a turn, I think. Yeah, 40, at least 40. So
Yeah, we'll roll initiative for that because everyone's being alerted at the same time. Your ready action was to break free.
it's fine.
And our thugs. We'll use the thug token over here. And our 4 dudes plus a wizard will be coming across the creek river right about now.
Do
And
we
I
do you
do
see
believe-
what's going on, Koibu?
Yeah, you hear the goblin cry out, and then you see Lenny like bulge and scream and yell. His face turns red, veins are popping out, and then the ropes just like poof, burst off of him.
Okay, I want to spring into action.
Yeah, I'm gonna need initiative rolls from the party. Let's do it.
Oh, go!
Well, I'm sorry.
My initiative, shit. That's alright.
Makes sense. You were busy breaking free of the rope. Makes sense that you might go a little bit slow.
True.
It's fine. It's fine. All right.
True.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The Goblin Warriors are first. They've been expecting this day to come any moment now. And as the screams go out, do any of you speak Goblin?
Sadly not.
All right. This first warrior charges Toki with his spear and tries to plunge it into her. She
Wait,
is.
I'm not even. I'm still tied up though, aren't I?
You're still tied up, and they're here to execute you.
They fight dirty.
What?
Yeah, something's gone wrong, and they're gonna first execute the slaves to make a point. To if anyone survives, that you don't try this shit. So that is going to hit you, and he will ram his spear into you for 3 plus what is that? 1 damage, 4 damage total, 5 damage total.
Oh, he got you.
Stabs you in the leg, and shouts out, "Goblin lava, lava, lava!" This guy will do a similar thing, coming over to Toki to stab her. Trying to, ooh, wow, this one in his panic actually just ends up stabbing like right past your head. You could move it in time, and he hits the tree. This goblin over here, he was going to go for Lenny, but all of a sudden Lenny's ropes are freed. And Lenny's getting to his feet, and this goblin is maybe not so sure about this maneuver anymore. Yeah, he botches his morale check, and he will just try and stab Daff instead. At advantage because Daff is tied up. with a hit for 5 points of damage to you, Daff.
You.
And this one will try and execute Toki as well. That'll hit, but not crit, for 4 more points of damage. And then the Goblin Sorcerer will go. He will skedaddle to this point. Oh, this guy forgot to move. This guy will just back up and shout with the others. The Goblin Sorcerer will come to here, see the upcoming humans, make a check, give a shout, and then use the rest of his action to move away. And this goblin will use his action to move away as well. And it becomes Daff's turn. Daff, your leg is tied to the tree, but you have your hands free for the moment.
Okay. I want to use Thunderclap by cantrip at this guy in front of me, I think. Oh, I can't.
Thunderclap is a
cantrip. Yep.
It's a cantrip?
Yep. It's this. Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is
totally.
a 2d6 damage. Does that add? Do I add anything to 2d6?
No, not as a.
I don't want to use Shatter yet because I want everyone to crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because I only have really.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to use it on these crowded people.
Oh, true. Okay. All right, I'm gonna use.
Steve, zoom in on the battlefield. Coomer.
Fine. I'll use Shatter over there.
So you're shattering, not thunderclapping?
Yeah, here, so that I can hit, like, all of these without Toki, so a little out, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible?
You can easily hit these 3. It's clipping these 2 without clipping Toki that's going to be problematic. Give me an intelligence... Give me an Arcana check. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I think it might clip Toki. Toki, you'll get let's see, it's normally a save for half, so you can save for no damage or fail for half damage because you're right on the edge of this thing, and it's going to slightly clip into you. So give me a Constitution saving throw. The goblins will make them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 4 for the goblins. 5 for the goblins. Wow, the goblins will almost all pass. Roll me your 3d8 thunder damage.
Okay. Oh my freaking god,
so
dude.
bad.
Are you kidding me?
These 2 will die anyway, because they're really sucky. This one will just take 4.
Can I try to untie myself, or is that full action?
That would be an action, yeah.
Can I do anything else?
No, you used your action to cast Thunderclap. Or Shatter, I mean.
Okay.
So, Toki, did you take the 4 damage from the spell?
No. I'll do it.
Thank you. And it becomes Nevit's turn.
Okay, so I believe I can do a move of 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can do I think I can do an action move of 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I use my cunning to try bonus action hide?
Yeah, you're gonna need some cover though, and right now you're just sort of like in grass. Can you get to a spot that has some sort of cover instead of right there?
Am I able to move here? I don't remember where I moved from exactly.
You were there. That's 50 feet. Yeah, that's fine. That's good
okay,
enough.
cool.
Give me a stealth check. 14. Okay, that's not bad.
Okay.
Plus 11.
Shut up.
Toki, it's your turn. The goblins are trying to murder you.
Okay, I'm still tied, bound, gagged.
Tied, bound, gagged. Yes.
Can I do a check to free? I can't really.
Give me an athletics check to try and break free of your bonds. Your rope is not as good as the one that was holding him, but 17 is enough, Toki. You burst the ropes on you as well. They're kind of old, crappy goblin ropes. In this moment of sheer panic.
Yeah, it's my bonus action. I'm gonna use Wild Shape and turn into a bear.
Yeah, you are. roll me hit points. 4d10 plus 12. Just gonna move your person somewhere else for the moment.
good.
37 HP as a bear. The goblins look on in horror as what was once the almost dead dwarf is now a massive, angry bear.
I am very, very angry. I am like gonna eat that.
Yeah. The bandits, whatever we want to call them, will come on up to here. Their spellcaster will follow suit. And Lenny finally gets to his feet after weeks of abuse, torture, of being pissed on by goblins, of having them just like come and rub their hands on his face, moon him, or just like, what do you call it, teabag him for funsies. You're finally free, Lenny.
I'd like to go up to this goblin. And I'm just gonna, attempt to, I don't know, can I do like a can I just grab him and just hold on to him?
Yeah, you can grapple him. It's an athletics check.
I would like to grapple this goblin. I am raging.
Yeah, you.
So 23.
Holy shit. Against his acrobatics of 4.
And then
you can do whatever you want him. You beat him by 19 points.
Can I walk with him? Like, can I just drag him along? Okay. So I went from this tree to here. That's 14 feet. Can I go all the way to here since I can do a dash action as well? Is that fair or no?
It would be a grapple. The grapple of the goblin is the
second action? Okay.
Then
Then I'll just go to, I don't know, like to
you
here.
gotta go around the tent, right? You can't clip.
Can I go inside of it through the back?
Yeah, it'll be maybe like difficult terrain through the tent because it's low and there's crap everywhere.
Let me peek in the tent before I obviously walk in. But yeah, I'd like to go into here if there's not a million fucking goblins.
There's no goblins in the tent, but there's like crap and gear all over.
That's
the place.
fine. I would just like to walk through it.
Okay, you drag the goblin into the tent, disappearing from view.
Okay.
I won't ask any questions.
I'm
The other
not
goblins go, they start freaking out. All of a sudden, there's a bear, Lenny's free, there's all these people. They heard the spellcaster's command and they book it. This goblin starts to run north. He does not spot Nevitz. These ones over here next to the bear flee. You will get one attack of opportunity against one of these goblins. Bear.
Toki.
Toki, you're the bear.
Lily.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at my dog. Sorry.
Sure. Give me an attack of opportunity against one of the goblins as it flees from in front of you without disengaging.
Spider claws. Does
they
it
can
matter?
disengage as a bonus action. I forgot. Hold on. They all disengage and run. I
Oh.
forgot they have bonus action disengages. The goblin sorcerer does the same thing. And Daff, it's your turn.
Man.
Okay. Where are all the goblins?
They booked it. They ran like the cowards
Bye.
that they are.
Honestly, Daff doesn't feel like fighting them.
All right. I guess Nevitz, it's your turn. There's one goblin running away. You could catch him if you want.
No, I'm okay on that. Or wait, can I move in range and hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then never mind. I definitely want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I step over, and I will take my dagger +2 attack.
13 will hit.
Give me some.
Oh!
Just
9
really,
damage.
Yeah, you slaughter it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we're out of combat, are we?
Essentially,
No, it's
yeah.
Timmy's turn.
I'm just gonna attempt to strangle the goblin, not to kill him, but just to knock him out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that.
You can choke him into unconsciousness. The goblins are all fleeing. You guys can pursue if you want, but it's
Will
a
I be able to
rout.
catch anyone? Can bears run faster than goblins?
Ooh, bears have
Probably.
movement speed 40. Goblins only have movement speed 30. So you can. This is where the mechanics come into play. You can catch up to them, right? Like you could do 80 feet or whatever to get in front of them, but they can always disengage as a bonus action. And so, like, if you catch up to them, they will just disengage and run. You would need to be in a position where you can, like, catch them and attack them in the same round. And
Well,
because
wait.
of the way the movement
Can they
bonuses work
tackle
out.
them?
When they disengage and run, if they take a disengage as an action, they can only run 30 feet, right?
They can disengage as a bonus action.
Oh.
So
Well,
then
can
they
I-
can Yeah.
Is that a goblin thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
If I'm like super, super fast, so I can they disengage still?
So it's one of those weird mechanical things. I feel like a bear should eventually be able to charge down a goblin and attack them.
That's what I think too. Like I want to tackle
think
these
so.
guys.
I think so. You can, well, considering that you can just chase them indefinitely, you will be able to get into a position at one point where you can leap on one of these goblins from behind. Easy hit. You grab the goblin, the 3 HP goblin in your teeth, and what do you do to it?
I'm going to chomp on it and like kind of like toss it around and like, you know, throw it away and
Yeah.
go back to its friends. I want to like look them in the eye while I kill their buddy.
You can start to chase down the next one. This is the next
Oh,
one
yeah.
that you're coming up is the guy who whapped you with the spoon and made you start stirring.
Oh my god, this one I want to grab one end of his body, like in both hands, and like just kind of rip him apart.
Rip him apart.
Yeah,
Give
just
me
rip him
a bear strength check or athletic. Strength check.
What's a bear strength? How do I do that?
Just click on the strength text on your bear character sheet.
Wait, oh, that's not my bear character sheet.
No, that's not your bear character sheet. The other one.
Where's my bear character sheet?
Do you see brown bear in the character list?
Yeah, I see it.
There you go. It looks a little different than yours, but you'll see a stat block underneath the... There you go.
That-
With 15, you can rip the 1 HP Goblin Spearman to death in different directions. All that's left is the Spellcaster, the Sorcerer. This is the one who would sit by the fire and watch you, and if you didn't like stir fast enough or cook fast enough, would throw a rock at you, or maybe pull out a burning log and wave it in your face until you did what he wanted.
I want to grab this one by its legs and slam it against the rock wall somewhere. I want to slam it 5 times until
Give me-
its body is nothing but a mangled, bloody mess, and you can't recognize it anymore.
Give me an attack roll against the goblin.
Does it bite or claws, or it doesn't matter?
Bite or claw. It's going to be the same attack roll either way. Holy shit, yeah. You grab him by the legs, and the bear can easily lift the goblin. And with one paw on this leg, one paw on this, you can just like slam him into the rocks over and over again until
Yep.
you have a stump of a goblin in your arms.
I feel a little better, but not really.
Inside the tent, Lenny, you have choked the goblin into unconsciousness.
I want to get my shit next, Koibu.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
You grab your shit.
I got all my shit. It's all here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna go wake the goblin up.
He'll take like 1 to 4 hours to wake up.
Okay,
It'll
well,
be a while.
I'm gonna go search the caster goblins too, and carry this one around with me. What do the caster goblins got on them, Koibu?
Well, the party is met with these mercenaries that show up, and Nevitz, and this spellcaster, Alyssa, leader of these folks. And they come into the camp and look around. They see big, naked, 16-inch dicks Lenny walking through the camp,
Thank you.
dragging a
You're gonna let him
goblin
have
with
that?
him.
Not dragging. He's like carrying him like this. We got teeth to pull later for that goblin.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. And Alyssa looks around at everyone and says, "What happened here?"
Nevitz
They
kind of
torture
looks
us.
over to Alyssa and says, "It doesn't matter. Let's start loading up things, guys. Okay? You 3, I don't know what adventure you've been on for the past couple weeks, but get your gear, get dressed. We're gonna help these
I'm going
guys
to
load up the
growl at
chests."
Nevitz.
Nevitz, they kept me as sex slave for 2 weeks now.
Listen,
I did
Lenny,
unspeakable things.
But I'll start. I'll carry my goblin with me and start loading up the.
Yeah.
Start
don't
pulling
worry.
out the chest.
Once I finish teaching you how to read and write, Lenny, I'm sure you'll have a fantastic autobiography to write.
Yes.
There was one sorcerer here at this moment in time. And let me tell you what his spell components consist of. Chromatic Orb
Diamond.
is a diamond worth at least 50 GP, which he has on him.
Poggers.
And Witch Bolt is a twig from a tree that has been struck by lightning. Okay. So the most valuable thing on this guy is this diamond. It's a pretty rock. It's actually a rather large diamond, but it's uncut. A smaller diamond that was cut would be worth 50 GP. This is the the nice big version.
Whoever knows about spells can take that.
Dancing lights have any interesting components?
Does it? We're not. The way that your campaigns typically work, you don't usually do components, right?
He does them, yes.
Yeah, but you have
Component
in 5th
pouches.
edition you have like arcane focuses and component pouches and druidic focuses that like negate the need for the material components, but unless they have a GP cost. So the 50 GP diamond specifically is called out, so he needs that on hand.
Really? Because I don't want to fuck us, but I thought that detect magic or find item, I thought one of those things needed like a pretty pricey object, but we've just never
That's
used
identify.
it. Oh, identify object. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, calm down there, Coomer.
And then in your world, are these objects consumed on use or just required for use?
Some of them are consumed, some of them are not, depending on the spell. Like this diamond is not consumed, but the pearl for identify is consumed.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys can go to the area and start to dig out those chests again and pull them back out. The spellcaster looks a little nervous at the fact that you guys are in such bad condition and so pissed off.
I ask her for healing.
I wish I could, large man.
That's okay. And I will start. Let me know when the goblin wakes up too. But I'll start unloading the chests.
Okay.
Let's turn back into
You
a
help me.
dwarf.
And I point towards all the thugs, even though I don't call them that.
Yeah, they look to Alyssa for acquiescence, and she gives them like an enthusiastic, "Don't piss off the big naked guy."
We have to hurry.
Why? She asks.
Maybe more goblins. That's not their full numbers.
Okay, let's go quickly.
I want to say, Lenny, I think after this, we can take anything that comes across us. We don't have to worry about any goblins. You did great out there.
Daff, we got literally one shot by goblins.
Yeah,
10
but it
minutes ago.
won't ever happen again, okay? Ever.
I will
Never. Not on
speak
my
to the
watch.
thugs and say, just listen to me. Start quickly loading.
All right, you guys begin to load someone will go and bring the boat all the way up here, and you guys will load chest after chest into this flat boat. While all this is being loaded, Alyssa comes and puts a hand on your shoulder, Lenny, and says, I don't have any healing spells, but I know a little bit about patching wounds.
Don't try to sex RP me with me, Koibu. Just kidding.
The wounds through his penis.
I mean, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
I would put clothes on by this time, please.
Yeah, she will find some spare cloth somewhere and try and bind the worst of your wounds and patch you up somewhat. You can hear a lot of empathy and sympathy for you in her voice. Like she feels really, like she's personally offended at the way that you've been treated.
Aw.
She won't be sympathizing for me when this goblin wakes up.
Okay.
She's about to lose all of that.
Well, it's dark. You guys can hop into the boat.
Everything's
Alyssa will
loaded?
tell you- Yeah, it takes maybe 45 minutes to load everything.
I could bring the goblin? Everybody's cool with that?
Yeah. No
Okay.
one is
Yeah.
going to argue with you.
Oh,
Right.
joy.
The only thing that they will say is that navigating the river by night is a difficult task. We're going to have to go really, really slowly. And we're going to have to stay on high alert. So no one make a noise. And she points to one of the thugs. You walk in front of us and lead the boat down the river by hand. Make sure we don't run afoul of any snags, sandbars, logs. And one of the thugs will hop out and wade through the edge of the water, dragging the boat behind him.
I'll
The
make
other
sure to
two
bind the
thugs-
goblin and bind his mouth so when he wakes up that he can't, scream.
Do you leave him with his clothes on?
It doesn't matter. Yes.
Well, I don't know if you're trying to go out.
I'm not
like
gonna
a
rape the
full-
goblin, Koibu.
Well, they weren't raping you either, but they still left you naked and bound.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that to
Don't
them.
stoop
Okay,
to their
I'm gonna
level.
do other things to them.
That's what I'm checking to
Yeah.
see if you've stooped to their level. Okay, you don't.
I'm nicer than them.
All right.
Aw, Lenny hasn't lost it.
No, I'll stoop to different levels.
you guys drag the stuff downriver. And in 1d4 hours, in 1 hour, maybe 15 minutes after you left the Goblin Camp, the goblin begins to rouse and wake up.
Just gonna continuously, like, you know, dump him in the water for a little bit, pull him out. Just general torture stuff, Koibu. Smack him around a little bit, just for like an hour, and then let me know when we're a little bit away from the camp.
Yeah, give me
Wait,
a
are we
wisdom
with
check.
you? Are we
Make
watching
sure
this?
that you don't accidentally
so.
kill him by torturing him.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give
We're
him.
we're around and watching this, yeah.
Yeah.
You're really gonna stop the man who got tortured and supposedly raped by goblins?
I was gonna say I specifically wasn't gonna stop it. Okay, we've all gone through some development.
Right.
We've-
All right. At some point, the goblin goes unconscious. Doesn't die, but does pass out.
Oh, leave him alone when he does that.
Again. Okay. And then he passes his 3 death saving throws, and wakes up an hour later. It's middle of the night. You guys are still leading the boat downriver. It's been very quiet, except for the sounds of the goblin being dunked in the water and pulled back out again.
I'm gonna just hold him like a baby. We'll just wait till we go to shore, Koibu. Wait till we're in safer pastures.
His head is pressed against your big chest.
I'm gonna be
You
like
can
petting him.
feel the tears rolling down its face. The soft whimpers coming from underneath the gag.
Good.
He's
Nevitz,
fucked.
how do you feel about this stuff that's going on? Are you cool with it?
Nevitz is really tempted to kill the goblin, but he has no idea what the fuck these guys have been through over the past 2 weeks, so he's just looking forward, making sure the gold is safe, keeping a sharp eye out on the coast.
Okay.
Um,
is safe.
how is Toki? Curiosity. What is she? Clearly, Lenny has changed in some way.
Well, I turn back into a dwarf from the bear. I get some
Okay.
clothes on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like not talking. Like, I don't talk to anyone. And I look out into the distance. My face looks a little bit more hardened.
It's been a tough week.
Very, very rough days. Rough days.
I'm gonna roll a series of encounter checks to see if you guys have any problems getting back to Pernissus.
Daft didn't dress all the way. He still has his chest exposed, like a sexy hunk of man.
Right. It'll take you a few days. You make most of the way down the river that night, going very slowly. I don't think anyone gets any sleep. You'll make it all the way out onto the coast by morning.
I would have rocked the goblin, so hopefully he got
Rocked
some
the
sleep.
goblin?
You know, like
Oh, like rocks him to sleep.
yeah. He's my little buddy.
Okay. Maybe he got some sleep. I'm not sure.
It's good.
The next evening, actually, I should be going against the current. 2 days later, you arrive in the town of Pernissus. It's been a quiet boat ride. The thugs didn't say anything. Melissa didn't say anything. Seems like everyone's a little bit on edge. And as you come into view of Pernissus, Melissa speaks up in one of her rare moments and looks at Lenny and says, "Hey, Lenny?
Yes.
Do you know what you're going to say when the guards ask you why you have a goblin with you?"
Oh, I was going to sell him.
Okay.
Do you think they'd be okay with that?
Yeah.
We'll make sure they are. Don't worry, Lenny.
That's what I'm. Yes.
All right. You guys arrive in Pernissus, a quiet, happy little town, oblivious to the torture and suffering you guys have endured. Everyone's going about like it's an ordinary day, like the events didn't happen. You get some sort of like heckler who's shouting at you guys because there's so many of you on a boat and you've got a goblin with you. He's just like making fun of you as you pass by.
Wait.
You see some guards on the docks giving you curious looks as you all come in on this riverboat.
I will say to Nevitz,
Yeah, what's
I would
up,
like
Lenny?
to get some half plate. Been wanting that for quite a while.
Let's just try to get all this gold converted or this silver converted into Gold or something.
Property or something, yes.
Gold. But,
Sure.
Okay.
You guys
Toki.
pull onto the docks, and they unload the 7 chests onto the docks with heavy thuds. And some guards come over because you have a goblin with you, and they're curious as to what this creature's in their town, and walk up, and the lead guard says, well, what do we have here? A captive of some sorts?
Yes, it will be selling him into slavery.
Yeah, we intend to sell him.
Really? Okay. Well,
I like how they're looking at the goblin instead of all the fucking chests. They're like, oh, the goblin's here.
the goblin's the first thing, and then they do look towards the ground and see these boxes. There's nothing necessarily unusual about someone unloading boxes from a boat, but these are all chests. Let's give them an insight check to see if they can sense something suspicious in the air.
Could I try to talk to him to maybe distract him?
Oh no, Katerino.
Yeah. What do you
Oh
say?
no.
I want to say I want to ask him if he knows of anywhere to sell this goblin, and you know, if he has any recommendations for us to take him to. You know, chat him up a little bit, ask him some questions.
Well, the best slave markets in the country are in Wicktron Marenta in the capital. But usually those are human slaves. I haven't heard of many goblin slaves around here. You know, they don't make necessarily good slaves, and they smell, you know?
Yeah,
Not
but,
my goblin, and Lenny will pet him.
Yeah, this one I want to pat the goblin on the back and say, this one, you know, he'll get the job done. So anyway, we'll be on our way. We have a lot to do to, you know, find this goblin a new home. Give him a charming, daft smile.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to get much money for him.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It's fine.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, guards.
Appreciate you a lot.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
continue unloading and moving on our way.
Daff, you have successfully, what do we call it? Distracted one of the 2 guards.
Ooh.
Give me
Well, I was asking both of them.
Sure, but only one of them was paying attention, really.
Okay.
Give me a D2.
Ooh.
I've already
I
rolled
like that.
perception checks for them, and I want to see which one you distracted. Oh, it's the correct one. That's the guy who rolled the 19 on the perception check. So that one's distracted. He doesn't notice the chest. The other one sort of sees the chest and then pays attention to something else. There's some like riffraff down on the other side of the dock. And once you finish your chatting about slave markets, they leave you in peace and move on. The thugs that came with you, they don't know what's in the chest, right? You guys never opened the chest in front of them.
Correct. There's no reason.
They might have heard some jingling as they were moved, but the chests were never opened in their presence,
Okay.
right?
Good. Fuck 'em.
I just want to clarify some things. Okay, yeah. They might have some suspicions, but they don't know anything for certain. And here you are, in Pernissus. Free
Rich.
people, once again.
And traumatized.
Yeah. So,
That feels
Yeah, we're
good. For the first
just
time in a
about-
long time.
Oh, Toki feels like shit.
That feels like he has a worldview change. Mikey's never gonna be the same in a good way.
Toki feels the opposite, where she feels like she has changed, but for the worse. She feels a bit of connection with Daff and Lenny now since they went through shit together, but she feels a little bit of, you know, a little bit of bitterness towards Nevitz for leaving them alone.
I don't know why she
I don't know if
put
it was
towards
Nevitt's
me,
fault,
okay.
but
While these guys are all caught up in their existential dread, can we start to move these chests over to a nearby
Hey, I
bank?
feel great. Okay, I'm having a good time.
yeah, Lenny will help
It's-
move.
I'm back, revitalized.
I want to just, if we can hand weave quickly, I want to just go buy like a little, you know, necklace for my goblin to chain him up to me, and I'm gonna carry him around. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, you have a huge amount of silver with you, so
Oh,
it's no problem.
Yeah, I've also got 2.2k gold on me.
Well, can we go to a bank and just cash out all the silver for gold? Can we do that?
I don't.
Well, there's no bank.
What, there's not a
You might
bank?
find no banking.
There's no
doesn't exist.
centralized bank here.
There's got to be
No,
a
no, bank-
place where people store their riches.
We can make a bank, Steven. That's what we could be. We could do.
The closest thing to bank would be a goldsmith who has like a nice big safe that they keep all their gold that they work with. You might.
Why
be
would they
able
want to
hire a
trade for
goldsmith
silver?
Well, that's the thing, is that they don't. They will hold your money on your behalf so no one can steal it. But that's the origins of banking in, at least in England, is goldsmiths, just storing people's money for safety for a fee.
Okay, can we take all of these chests upstairs at a tavern, rent a room, and count it all out so we know exactly what we've got here?
Yeah, it'll take you a couple of days.
That's fine.
Because there is 117,000 silver.
Christ.
I go and buy
Beefy,
half
beefy,
plate.
beefy.
Wait, hold on. Let's just convert it first. Or actually, wait. How much does a half plate cost?
I think it was like 500 gold max. Maybe it was 200. I have just 2.2k gold on me, like
Yeah, okay. That's
cash
fine.
money.
Oh my god.
Maybe we can start a bank.
We're gonna start a bank, Koibu.
Yeah, the
We can
concept
do
of a
anything we
bank.
want.
That might actually be good for the family. You have a bank, you have the collectors.
Also, who on their character sheet right now? Who is the fucking portal?
Me.
Okay.
I picked everything up.
Yeah, you guys grabbed all of your gear.
We would have definitely checked for the portal and looked for it.
Yes, we
Yeah,
grabbed all
we
of
kind
it.
of glossed over all of these details. The portal's definitely there. I'm very concerned about your magic items.
You said they were all there.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Because some of the spellcasters left. You had 2 magic swords, right, Lenny?
Yes. And I said, all my shit's here. And you
Right,
said,
right,
yes,
right.
everything's there. Everything.
Right. Okay. Swords are definitely there. They were
fine.
going to trade those to somebody else.
They can take potions if you'd like.
No!
I'll allow that.
Shut the fuck up! What do you mean?
Let's see.
Mr.
Listen, if he's gonna take a
Pe-
fucking,
all
if
the
he's gonna
stuff
take a,
that was on his character
if he's
sheet
gonna take a
definitely
sword or a
was because
potion,
they were there.
that's true. He did say everything was there. So.
Well, like, the thing is that we know the goblins go in and out of the town, so if we were missing some things, I imagine
we would have
just...
went and fucking fucked him
No,
up.
we wouldn't have went anywhere. We just waited for them to come back. We could just
Come
be a
back?
little bit out of the town,
Right.
wait for them to come back, and then kill them. We could easily track the paths where they're walking because they're probably not being especially careful, right? Nevitz was able to see 2 of them walking away.
We also have my
when I was
slave goblin who could take us to him.
there.
So
It's fine. It's all there.
I think they would have consumed 1 potion for funsies just to see what it did.
Can I roll which one it was?
Yeah. We'll figure out all the potions that you guys had on hand, and we'll randomize which one was consumed.
I think I had all of them. I have a protection from magic, 2 neutralized poisons, 2 infravisions, 1 water breathing, 1 gaseous, and 1 potion of grease.
Let's see. Toki
I
has
have 2
1
potions.
potion.
Oh yeah,
I have a spider potion.
I have a potion of water breathing and a botulism potion.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, they drank the
10.
botulism.
How
How
you had 10
fortuitous.
potions on you, so roll me a 1d10.
I got it.
But definitely Moutons were not consumed.
Why?
Because
Oh,
we checked
well,
for
everything in
all
my
of that
bag was
stuff.
fine. 10.
Yeah.
10. That's going to be
The botulism.
potion on Daph's sheet, not the botulism.
Water
So
breathing?
they detected
Water
magic,
breathing.
so they will take the water breathing and have consumed that.
Frick.
Played around with it. And the health necklace would have been on the spellcaster that Toki slammed against the rocks over and over and over again. So you can get that back pretty easily.
Can I have it, Turkey?
Of course, I don't need material goods anymore.
We're all going through some shit, okay? This was a bonding experience.
We'll all be friends, and this goblin that I point to will unite us.
Since we all went through shit, and Daff has been a little down, and Nevitz is
no,
so...
I'm not down anymore.
And Nevitz
I'm
is so
great.
sneaky. Do you think I can hold on to the portal, or do you want to continue to hold on to it?
No, I'm I'm on top of the world now.
Okay,
so-
please don't forget to have that on your character sheet.
Please don't
Yeah.
remove it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I got
Did you get the cost for the half plate? Sorry to pest you.
750 GP.
Thank you.
Just take that.
Everybody's fine with that?
Yeah, go
half
for it.
plate?
We
What is
can...
a half plate?
You'll need some
No,
time
no,
to
no.
craft it because it needs to be
It's
built.
fine. Yeah, you
Don't,
can have
don't.
it.
You said 750 GP?
I just
Yeah.
want to know how much what it is.
It's armor.
It's armor.
750 GP would be 7,500 gold, right?
No. 750
All the
gold.
way-
I'm sorry.
Or
750
7,000.
gold.
Sorry,
Yeah, 7,500 silver.
Can we subtract it
Yes.
from our silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep
So
my
the
gold.
big problem is that half plate will take a little while to make. It's sort of built to its
We're probably
made
going to be
order.
here for a bit.
We'll be here for a
Yeah,
long
so-
rest. That's fine.
Okay, so you'll need like 2 weeks to have it made to fit you.
Can we wait
if you're
2
gonna Chill
weeks?
in town. then let me just make sure they make that sort of armor in Pernissus. You might have to travel to another town. It's sort of a difficult thing to get made.
This would bring me up to 18 AC from 15, which is really good.
We're doing a long rest, right?
Yeah,
At
we
least,
will.
yeah.
We probably will, yeah.
Sick.
We'll see.
Pernissus has hempen rope, horses, tea. No, they don't make arms and armor in Pernissus. You will need to go to one of these towns that
Ondundasu?
Let's see which one it is. You can do it in Bontheris, Coxport, Outlast, or Wickthron Rorenta.
That's fine. We can just go somewhere else.
It's fine, we can do it later.
Cool. But it's definitely within your price range. You can easily afford that now.
Yeah.
All your other stuff is recovered. And I want to ask Daff a question here, buddy. You were concerned about, making a blood oath to the gods and having them punish you for it. Is this your punishment? Is this an orchestration of the deities? Fuck with you.
Daff has decided over a long bout of contemplation and self-reflection and a lot of, inner strength surviving these past few weeks, these 2 weeks, that whether or not he thinks the gods are real, or whether or not he thinks, well, I guess the gods are real, right? Or whether or not he thinks he was cursed in the first place, it doesn't matter. He has always used his performing arts, his charisma, his recklessness, and his what's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiasm and impulsiveness to get through life. And he's not going to stop now. He is going to take that and use it more than ever. He cannot give a fuck about the gods. If the gods want to be so self-righteous that they want to punish him for this, fuck them. And that's only in his head. He hasn't said that out loud. But that's how he sees it now. If they want to curse him, fuck him. They can have his hair. They can have whatever they want. But he's going to live life how he wants to.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Lenny, what do you think about this week and a half, 2 weeks in hell?
Lenny, his eyes are open to the turmoil and pain that people can cause, and he's excited to see that, he's not that bad of a guy, considering everything. People are way worse than him, so he's gonna, instead of evil, he's gonna show kindness to this goblin.
Aww.
And what about you, Toki?
Toki's the bitter one. She was tortured for 2 weeks. She's very disenchanted. Not sure what to do.
Overall, I think Daff feels a sense of camaraderie with his teammates and a sense of understanding that he did not have before.
Do you think you guys have grown closer as a result of this?
Oh,
Or is
yeah.
this gonna be-
Definitely. Yeah.
This isn't the sort of thing that breaks you apart, right?
No.
Closer to Daff and Lenny for sure, but not Nevitz. Nevitz didn't get tortured with us, okay?
Nevitz wasn't there through the shit, true.
No.
Discord.
And Nevitz, you had a relatively easy time. You went hungry for a couple of days, and that was fine. And then you came back with all these guards, and you can immediately sense the change in atmosphere for your companions. What do you feel about all that?
I don't know if Nevitz can really ask much other than just kind of quietly do his own stuff, which is what he does anyway. But it's not like I'm about to ask for details about their agonizing 2 weeks or whatever. Really what Nevitz wants to do is just rile them on why they decided to stay in a cleared out Goblin Camp while he went away, but he realizes that that kind of commentary probably wouldn't make anybody feel any better.
Can we kill Nevitz?
So Nevitz
No one
lets
is
us
in
find-
the. Listen, okay. Daff was in a bad state of mind. Toki wasn't thinking, and Lenny's stupid. Okay.
Okay.
When isn't Daff in a bad state of mind?
What we really want to know
Well,
is
that's not true. He was depressed.
how do we convert this 117,000 silver into something usable?
Nevitz,
What?
I have perfect business idea.
What's
You were talking about starting a bank.
Lenny? I was
Maybe
not talking
with
about
the power,
starting it. Lenny.
maybe with the
we're
power
not
of the
doing
family,
this.
we can actually do it.
you have them. If people need to borrow money, they borrow it. They use it for X thing they want. And then if they don't pay it back, we have the family, get it from them. This makes good sense. Good
I
interest
think we
rates.
should, instead of getting a business, invested into an already existing business, so we don't have to worry about any businesses. To keep making money, but have to worry about our things instead.
Loan Shark Lenny.
We can create our own bank loan.
So, Toki, you like my idea of making a bank.
I think it's a great idea, Lenny.
Thank you, Miss Toki, and I bow to her. She's a noble lady. And that's how we need to start treating Toki.
Can I find silk? We said earlier that we could find clothing that was like a bit lighter, but it would be quite expensive. Silk clothing. Can we have everybody in the party just fucking silk clothing themselves out?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It sounds like you're going to want to head to the capital where you can get armor and you can get like clothing, silk clothing for everyone. You're going to have the best markets available to you there. Pernissus is a nice port town, but it's not quite the town that Withron Renta is.
I feel like we're playing Sims and we're earning money in our career.
Yeah, okay, we need to figure out how exactly to do this, but we'll do it next episode because we're already over, I think.
Can we get XP this episode?
Sure, I will roll out some XP for us.
How much experience do you get for being tortured for 2 weeks?
0.
Ah,
Tot.
life truly is fragile.
Yes, it is.
What about earning their respect?
When was the last time we got experience? It's been a while, right?
We did a good job at role playing.
It's been like
I don't know. We didn't get any last Goblin encounter. I think it's only been 2 episodes.
Fuck you, man.
We haven't been doing like much. We've just been getting fucking soloed by goblins 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah. True.
Those fucking Cindy River Woods, dude. We need to burn it down. Are there forest fires in your world, Koibu?
Certainly. There's a place that is known for their forest fires called the Ashlands over in Eridon. They have a lot of low-lying chaparral that grows quickly but dries out in the summer and burns down every couple years.
Oh, I know what we're doing next, actually. I know what we can do with a lot of this silver.
All right. Why doesn't everybody take home... Is this divided by... Was there anything that you fought other than goblins last session?
Our inner
Fought the-
demons and fear.
Yeah, that was
We had-
just gonna say that.
Katerino's whole boat I don't think we did, never mind.
We
Where
fought
she battled like the gods,
starvation and dehydration.
Right.
I would say, actually, there should probably be some experience for being a slave. That is an experience in and of itself,
Yeah.
and we all came
Honestly,
close
we should
together.
just
Yeah.
gain a level.
I have
Survival?
given you guys a lot of role-playing XP because the Goblin XP is not much, but everyone
Yeah.
should take home 1,000 experience total.
That's a
That
lot
is
of XP,
almost
truly.
entirely
That's actually a lot.
roleplay.
Yeah. Wait, so how much experience do we have total now?
11650.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm at 14,000. I think that's what we're all at. Wait, what's the level up? Hold on.
Well, that sounds perfect.
Mouton,
I don't know why I drop things.
can you fucking chill?
11,650 for the party. And that's what we'll end our session for today. Next week, we'll find out what you guys want to do with the money, get you some good gear, and then maybe it's time to start on that big quest that you have.
That was a fun one.
Pochi.
I feel like we spent the entire episode being enslaved.
Well,
2 weeks being enslaved.
that's what slavery's like.
This goblin will be enslaved longer, I hope.
Okay, go run it. Hold on, I'm supposed to say who does what. Okay, LilyPichu, what up?
LilyPichu.
Mr. Mouton, what up?
Mr. Mouton.
Katerino,
Hi, Katerino on Twitter. Yeah.
and then Koibu.
Sorry, Koibu. Oh my god.
Oh my
Sure.
god. What the
That's my shout out.
Okay, I'm Destiny. I'll be back in a week and a half. I hope you guys hate me. Yeah, well, I'll see you guys next week. Maybe we'll see. Bye. What we really learned is that private jokes are back on the menu, boys. And since I have less than 1,000 viewers, and now it counts as a private joke. Dude, watching